Welcome back to Scars from the Playground. Warren G says Suge Knight nearly killed him after Dr. Dre left Death Row Records. Let's get into the content, fam. This one is hilarious, man. Shout out Warren G, because he ain't never just been the toughest, but I'm glad he finally getting in front of this shit now, because the stories have been told throughout the years, but he was DPG. He never wanted to just come out and just let you know, like, he was really getting tossed around in the death row offices. Let's just be honest, let's just be real. They took his ass to the red room. Let's hear the content, man. Drop it in the comments.
Because it was a little incident that happened up there where, they had called me in. They was like, Warren, Suge didn't want to holler at you in the back. So I'm like, what do you want? Like, what do you want with me?
Right.
So I'm like, so I said, I'm coming, man. So somebody else was like, man, Suge want to holler at you. So I was like, all right. So I'm like, man, let me go back here and see what's going on, man. He probably want to do some business or something like that. And shit, I walked back in that motherfucker, and them motherfucker came out of the side doors and shit, tripping. Tripping. Like, all ran up on me, grabbed me and shit, and I'm like, what the f? And it was all.
You ain't know what it was about?
I know what it was about, but I didn't know that it was because Dre left.
Right.
And he didn't tell me.
He didn't tell you.
He would have told me, like, Warren, don't go around that shit.
Yeah, because if he'd have told you, you would have never went over there.
Never. I wouldn't have never went, but it was just like, I'm just like, damn, what, like, why y'all tripping on me? You know what I mean? But, so it was like another guy, I know one of my homeboys, he kind of caused like a diversion. He came in like, why y'all tripping with Warren? What's going on? What's happening? So when he was doing that, I went just like that. I got on the door and I hit that knob and boop, slid right out the door. And when I walked through the door, I seen people I knew in the kitchen. I'm looking at them like, these tripping. And so I walked through and I got to the middle of the hallway and they came running out that motherfucker. Get that nigga blood. I took off. Again. I took off. But this time I got out the door. But I swear to God, all the people that came running after, they just fell. It was like a domino, like, boom, they fell in the hallway, which that's the reason why I was able to get away. So I got away and I jumped in my truck, backed it up, and I was like, fuck y'all. And took off. Boom, took off.
Let me ask you, what do you think?
My chain got snatched.
They snatched it?
Snatched my chain.
So what chain did you have?
I had a G-Funk chain.
Oh.
And I'm gonna admit it, it was nothing I could do.
Right.
I was in a position like where if I can't do shit. If I pull out a gun and start blasting, I'm gonna get killed by these other motherfuckers with all these guns here. It was a no-win situation.
Correct.
So when my chain got snatched, I was kind of like, but it's like,
that live to see another day.
Yeah, what am I gonna do?
Right.
These 3 times my size.
Had you not snuck out of the door, you think it would have been worse?
Yeah. Yeah, it would have been ugly. Yeah.
Because they was mad at you because you was the closest thing to Dre.
Pretty much.
And so to get back at Dre, they gonna get you.
That's the way I looked at it, cause I didn't know. I'm like, I wish he would have told me that he was leaving. Shit, But charged it to the game, and even today, every now and then Suge will say some shit, just talk some shit.
Why he mad at you?
I have no idea. He'll say some shit like Warren them had set up Tupac or some crazy shit.
Yeah.
Stop it. But I ain't, like at the end of the day, I done grown so much to where it's just like, you know what, I don't have.
You don't even listen to it.
I don't listen to it. I ain't got no hate towards him. None of that stuff. Any of those situations, I charged all that to the game, and it's just like, don't keep poking at me. You know,
Right.
I don't say nothing about him. He'll say something here and there, and I'm just like, every now, I responded a couple times because it had pissed me off, but it's just like, I'm not gonna keep entertaining that. I ain't got nothing against you. I done moved on. I do my thing. I'm grown now.
Right.
Whatever happened back in the day, whatever, okay, cool. It is what it is. So now I'm moving on, but don't keep poking on me because I ain't f***ing with you.
Right.
You know, so leave me alone. Everything I speak on is facts. And I never threw no dirt on his name. Nobody, none of these guys. Never been a whistleblower. Never do no dirt on nobody. None of that. I just always, you know, just been me, and I carry myself in a different way and out the way.
Yeah. Yeah. That's Cold Shannon to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5.
Shout out 1G, because I always liked him. But if you gonna tell it, you gotta tell the truth, fam. It's the reason why Dr. Dre didn't tell you he was leaving. He wasn't fucking with you, bro. He had belittled you and made you so small in front of them people so many times. Did you really think that he was gonna tell you on his way out? You know what I mean? He treated you like a stepbrother that he didn't want. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real, fam. If you gonna tell the truth, you gotta tell it. Suge Knight didn't make up no stories about y'all setting up Pop. That's where a lot of people think this shit came from, but that was by your own admission. I believe it was on Drink Champs with Noriega that you said Snoop Dogg had a walkie-talkie and y'all heard everything. You know, y'all was supposed to be in LA. Y'all even wasn't going to the fight. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real, bro. I think since Suge is out the way, y'all think y'all could rewrite history. But it ain't gonna work like that, bro. You got the game fucked up. You got the game. You know you didn't fucked up, 1G. You know you didn't fucked up. You know what I mean? You know what clip I'm talking about when you said it. Suge ain't never said that at first until you put it out there, fam. Once you got caught in your shit, you got caught out on it. Now you're lying. Yeah, bro, you've been scared shitless of Suge for years, and I believe you still are. You know what I mean? Now it look like you can cook some chicken. You know what I mean? Yeah, it look like you can barbecue. I give you that. You know what I mean? But look here, don't try to rewrite history and erase facts. You know what I mean? Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. I heard they was all tossing your ass around there like a rag doll in death row offices. Let's just be honest. That wasn't your first time getting invited to that red room. But that time you knew, yeah, you knew you made it out of there by the skin of your motherfucking teeth. You know what I mean? Real shit. Tell him what happened at that burger joint when he down there hopped the curb trying to get away because they was trying to get on your ass. I believe it was in Inglewood. Man, look, man. There's a lot of shit to old Warren G. Do you see what I see? Is that, yeah, Warren G. Look, shout out Warren G. You know what I mean? Like I said, he ain't never been the toughest. But when you start speaking on it, now you start giving it talking points. Now niggas know what question to ask you for the future interview. Drop it in the comments, man. Scars from the Playground. Like, share, subscribe. If you made it to the end of this video, I'm fucking with you. If you didn't, you probably won't hear this anyway, but fuck you. You know what I mean? Sit on a toothpick and spin your bitch. You know what I mean? Real shit. Drop it in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, and hype my shit up. Peace.
If they throw it, I'ma catch it. I play the game like Tetris. I'm one of a kind rap. People tell me I'm a clip. I've been working 24 hours, summertime to winter. I ain't really at the chill, it gotta be about business.
Look, welcome back to Scars on the Playground. NBA YoungBoy dreadlocks nearly caught a blaze mid-performance. Look, bro, this ain't funny. They tried to Mike Jack him. Let's get into the content, fam.
I'm on my take the world in 3 days. Shit, these niggas too fake. My plane ticket waiting on me. I'm packing up my suitcase. I wake up in the same spot, but feel I'm in a new place. Really wanna say today, but I'm disguised like Bruce Wayne. Like all I ever think is money, but I really think about more, man. So much I probably go crazy, but like water, I just flow, man. When I'm down, I hear my grandmother telling me I'm okay. So I know that I'm okay. Hey.
Murphy's Law. Whatever can go wrong will go wrong. Now look at all them sparks, fam. All them sparks. You know that ain't right. That's why the man looking up like that. That's why he looking up like that, because he knows something. These sparks supposed to be fake. These real fucking sparks. You know what I mean? Let's be honest. Let's just be real, fam. The man head, I ain't gonna say it was on fire, but it was nearly there. That's why you seen the smoke rising from it. Luckily, his shit was dry. Luckily, his shit was dry, and he didn't put no products on before he hit that stage, fam. Because if he did, he would have lit up like a Christmas tree. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real, man. NBA YoungBoy is in the middle of a life-changing tour. Let's just be honest, fam. Generating over $1 million per fucking show. You know what I mean? He's gonna make 50 to 100 million off of tickets, merch alone after this is all said and done. But somebody out there is trying to make sure that never happens. You know what I mean? Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. He's connected to Birdman now. Yeah, he's connected to Birdman. Look, bro, when you see these people have a history of fucking off the people before them, you can't think that you're gonna be that much difference. It's only a matter of time before you do something that piss him off or him you know, whether that's trying to kiss you behind the scenes or making you call him daddy. You know what I mean? You're gonna show Birdman respect. Look, a lot of people be like, bro, Cash Money is an army. Better yet, a Navy. Look, bro, Cash Money is Lil Wayne. When you think of Cash Money, unfortunately, you don't think of Birdman. You don't think of Slim. You don't think of Manny Fresh. No, bro, you think of Wayne. If Wayne was not on Cash Money would have sunk a long time ago. Yeah, you added up. Wayne and everything Wayne brought is Cash Money. I'm just being honest. I'm just being real. I think the money went to Baby Head, made him think he did more than he did, bro. All you did was flip the bill. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real, bro. You paid the bill. That's it. You were the money man. You know what I mean? Wayne could have went to Rockefeller a long time ago. He tried to be loyal, and that was at the time he didn't know you was fucking him. Bro, if you gonna fuck Wayne, and the man called you daddy and kiss you in the fucking mouth, kiss you in a sea-sucking mouth, you do it to anybody. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. I'm not saying Birdman had anything to do with the fucking sparks. We ain't saying Birdman did that. We just saying the nigga got some bad Jew around him. He nigga got some bad Jew around him. He coming with the bloods. At 60 years old with an energy and an aura that YB doesn't need to be around. You know, a lot of people say, who are you to say? Bro, I'm one that follows history. The history of old Birdman. Bro, he trying to get in that man head. And it looked like he's getting into it because he signed up for the Birdman mentorship program. Yes, he did. You know what I mean? He really shit. And it looked like it's going well for him. You know what I mean? But he's picking up some bad traits. He got a little dump calling him daddy. OG Tree was already sitting on that old man lap. You know what I mean? Now, Ben 10 don't look like he swing that way, but then again, you never know. You are the company you keep. You're just like your flock. You know what I mean? Let's just be honest. Let's just be real, bro. Did you ever see him, anybody ever stop fucking with him when he start wearing nail polish? That's because they don't care. Yeah, them YNs in love with him. They don't love the music. They love him. They just don't understand how they love him. But they're programmed to love him in a different type of way, bro. I'm just being honest with you, just being real. Drop it in the comments, man. I promise to tell the truth, the whole truth. So help me God. You know what I mean? So help me God. And it's gonna hurt some feelings sometimes, but the truth is the fucking truth, and I can't change that, unfortunately. Like, share, subscribe, hype my shit up, man. Sorry, NBA young boy, man. Protect your ass, you know what I mean? You literally, but I just mean like from the sparks, you know what I mean? The sparks got to be fake, bro. You can't be out there dancing lonely child. I'm just a lonely child. And sparks coming and lighting your ass on fire. Like I said, they tried to mic jack him. Didn't work that time, but you gotta understand, they're gonna try again, fam. Murphy's Law, same way I started the video, I'ma end it. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. Drop it in the comments, scores from the playground, like, share, subscribe. Peace.
If they throw it, I'ma catch it to play the game like Tetris. I'm one of a kind rap, people tell me I'm a clip. I've been working 24 hours, summertime to winter. I ain't really at the chill, it gotta be about business.
Look, Alex Jones, that's Reggie from Players Club, the one that got hit in the back of Chi-Town, baby, the one that got hit in the back of the head by Devo on the Players Club. He also played in Jamie Foxx. Look, he said he refused to wear the dress in Hollywood. They offered him 6 figures, nearly $1 million, to put on that dress, but he said he stuck to his morals and principles, refused to wear it. Let's get into the content, fam.
I always heard about this. You know, you always hear about, you know, in Black Hollywood, you ain't made it until you either play a gay role or you get offered a gay role. And I'm like, oh my God, it has finally happened to me. So I get a call from my agent one day, and he was just like, Alex, a huge offer just came across my desk. Huge movie, a lot of money, huge director, and I just had to run it by you. I was like, cool, so what is it? He's like, well, I do want to just let you know up front, it's a gay role. And before I even get into it, would you play a gay role? And I told him respectfully, no. You know, just nothing against gay people. I have gay friends, gay family. I know gay people, but just personally, that's just not something I'm trying to do. You know, I have 2 young Black sons, and I'm their example, and that's just not something I want to do, right? He goes, respectfully. He goes, but can I ask you a personal question? I said, yeah, no problem. He said, what is it about Black men or the Black culture? Why are you guys so homophobic? And I'm like, well, I can't speak on behalf of everybody else. I'm just speaking on behalf of myself. It's not something I want to do as a Black man with 2 young Black sons. You know what I mean? And a beautiful wife and a daughter. That's just not something I want to portray. I said, and let me explain to you what happens in the African American community. So long story short, when we blow up as a character art, you become that dude for the rest of your life. You Black, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm going to give you an example, and I'm going to say a name. Alfonso Ribeiro, Carlton, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. One of the greatest roles in TV history, right? Made millions and millions of dollars off this role. One of the most famous actors in the world off that one character, right? But to Black folks, he is Carlton to the day he dies. Can I get an amen?
Amen. Facts.
So I'm going to give you the example of what I'm talking about. So as far as Alfonso Ribeiro, we all know Alfonso Ribeiro could be in the next Avatar movie. No, I did it for their reasons. That's just not my style. That's just not something I'm doing. And I'm never going to do something I'm not comfortable with. Now, there are some things that you go, hey, man, that might be, you know, crossing the line, or that might be going too far, but that's just something that I could tell you, I don't care how much money it is, I'm not going to do that. And it was a crazy offer. But again, my morals and my values are bigger than anything that I could just do on TV or a screen. Because again, the number one thing in my life is me being a father and being an example to my 2 Black sons and my daughter. You know what I mean? That means more to me than anything.
And you said it was a crazy offer. How much was it?
Man, it was in the 6 figures if I had taken it. But like I said, that's just not, you know, I didn't even need to read the script. I didn't need to know, oh, what if it was such and such in it with you? Still, I'm the one that those dudes was gonna run a train on. It's kind of like going back to what I told you about with John Singleton. I'll just be known as the coochie eater. And then I got shot. And then I got shot in the back. Like, really? It's up to you to say yes or no in this business. You get what I'm saying? It's up to you, and you have to live with the consequences. It's almost like, reaping what you sow, or believing in the golden rule, doing unto others as you would have them do unto you. If you're going to put that out there, hey, just be ready for what's going to come back. And again, I say it very clearly, nothing against gay people. Like I said, gay family, gay friends, no gay people. I went to a high school, one of the most famous high schools in LA, Fairfax High School. And anybody in LA that's watching know, they had a gay club. They had a gay class at my school, in high school. So I was always around it. That's just not, that's not my lane. You feel me?
You say the difference between him and a lot of people that fly to LA for the glitz and glam is that he grew there. They flew there. And that's what they don't understand. People are already waiting on you to get off that motherfucking plane, bus, or automobile. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. He refused to put on the dress. He say Jamie Foxx, Martin, Wesley Snipes, they all did it for their own reasons, fam. And I don't know why. You either gonna play a gay role or you gonna put on a dress in some type of way. You know what I mean? Look, bro. And if you don't, there's consequences and repercussions for you not wanting to risk it all. You won't become a big star in Hollywood, fam. This is why everybody, a lot of people say NBA young boy, man. NBA young boy, before he went to jail, he was wearing lipstick and nail polish. Young Thug wearing a dress. Lil Baby, dress, thigh tats, Sauce Walka, gay. You know what I mean? Real shit. You see what I mean? You can just, the list goes on, fam. And it's a reason they do it, because you gotta give it away to get there. You know what I mean? It's because people have fetishes, and this is a very demonic industry. This is what people don't understand about this, because everybody want to get in. You want to get in. You want to get in. Well, you have to ask yourself, are you comfortable calling this old man daddy? You know what I mean? Daddy, daddy, daddy. Are you comfortable calling your peer daddy? You see how Lil Dump is calling NBA YoungBoy daddy. NBA YoungBoy is being mentored by Birdman. Soon he gonna be calling Birdman daddy. Birdman was kissing Wayne, BG, Turk, and Juvenile too, but we can't confirm that he actually kissed Juvenile in the mouth. Look, bro, they are just my examples right now, but I want you to use this as what's really going on behind the scenes. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to risk your manhood. You sell that soul. Are you gonna put on a dress and twirl, or are you gonna play that role all the way? You know what I mean? You gotta ask yourself, bro, what is it worth? Yeah, I mean, yeah, what is it worth? They saying $1 million is like $100,000 in 2025, going in 2026. Is it really worth everything you think you stand for to make it in that industry? Hey, you be the judge of that. You know what I mean? You be the judge of that. Me personally, I'd rather continue being one of the dopest flyers, most lyrical. You know what I mean? Look, the list goes on. You know what I mean? I could sit here and name all my perfections, and I'll probably be here for a couple of days. You know what I mean? The stream will last forever. But look, I'm just telling you, when you're not willing to get on your fucking knees for these guys, you know what I mean? And that's for men and women. When you're not really to get on your knees and sacrifice your morals and principles, you're gonna be running a marathon. This is what Nipsey Hussle was talking about. It's a marathon. It ain't no sprint. It ain't no fucking sprint. If you think making it, whatever that means to you, is about you getting there quick, you got another thing fucking coming. You know what I mean? Real shit. Real shit. Drop it in the comments, man. Squads from the Playground. Like, share, subscribe. We going that way. Like it or not. Yeah, like it or not. I'm never stopping because I'm popping. This is just what I do. This is what I do. Yeah, a lot of people, this is you, this is that, this is that. Look, this is what I do. Yeah, point blank, period. It's what I've always done. This is for some of y'all, it might be your first time ever catching a broadcast, and it's like, oh, you know what? This dude is kind of cool. Yeah, I'm all right. Yeah, I'm all right. Stick around. Yeah, stick around. The show goes on. But you might really, yeah, not he. I think he's kind of cool. Like you might really just be like, you know what? He's the one. You know what I mean? And then guess what? I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. You're right. You're fucking right. You know what I mean? Real shit. And I don't talk to everybody everywhere all the time. But when I do, they understand. I'm the truth. Scores from the playground. Like, share, subscribe, nigga, peace. And hype my shit up, please.
If they throw it, I'ma catch it to play the game like Tetris. I'm one of a kind rap, people tell me I'm a clipper. I've been working 24 hours, summertime to winter. I ain't really at the chill, it gotta be about business.
Look, welcome back to Scores from the Playground Line. It's not a lot of shit you can say about my nigga Nas. Sincere. Let's just be honest, let's just be real. But this new information, Shine has just let the cat out the bag, so to say. I ain't never knew this about Nas. It makes me look at him totally fucking different. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real, man. I ain't with the bullshit. Once you expose your hand, I can't unsee or unhear what I've heard. Drop it in the comments, bro. Let's get into the content.
I'll never forget there was this young lady. I thought she was like the most beautiful young lady ever. Definitely in that school. And so I used to walk her to class. I used to carry her books, everything. This is me after I got shot, tough guy. And I think like Nas came to pick her up one day in high school, right? And I was like, yeah, one day.
Yeah.
One day that's gonna be me, right? And he came to pick her up, I think in like a 600 coupe. And so the first car that I got when I did my deal was a 600 four-door.
The Mercedes.
Listen to this, right? And so, like I said, I was like her, like, you know, I was just carrying her books. And she was like, oh, yeah, you're nice. But, you know, she's dealing with the big guys, right? Like, I'm a high school kid. Yeah, I'm fly, you know, Brooklyn style. But I'm taking the train. I got nothing to offer. You know, I'm not in the streets or peddling any narcotics. I'm, you know, trying to turn my life around. And so I never saw her. But then I graduated. This was like 96. Graduated 97. Did my deal in 98. And I hadn't seen her since 96. And sure enough, one of the first persons I see when I got that S600 was her at a club. And I couldn't wait to like walk her outside because she probably couldn't even imagine. There's no Twitter, there's no X, there's no social media, but yeah, I kind of diverted.
Right. But did she walk out?
Of course.
Hell yeah.
Look, they say Nas is infected with that R. Kelly. I'm gonna say that again. They say Nas, Sincere, is infected with that Jay-Z. Look, drop it in the comments. This makes me look at Nas totally fucking different. And Shine didn't even know what he was saying. He made a mistake. You know, he wasn't even trying to call Nas out. But look, Nas, I totally believe it. Yeah, I totally believe it. You was picking up girls from the high school, meaning you are a nasty, disgusting bastard. And it hurts me to go at Nas like that. It hurts me to say that about Nas, yeah. But when I hear this type of information, nigga, you were 23, picking up 11th graders, bro, come on, man. Come on. I've heard it all. I'm gonna just be honest with you. I'm gonna just be real, bro. Everybody in the 90s was doing dirty dick dealer shit. You know what I mean? It makes me look at them quite different. Now, Nas always spoke about the higher power, being righteous and having morals. But this shows no morality. I'm just being honest, fam. It don't matter how quiet you have been throughout the years. It just shows me you've had something to hide. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Look, Shine, thank you. You know what I mean? Thank you, because loose lips sink ships. Mass Appeal is doing great. Nas just got a casino. Like, who sent you, bro? Yeah, who sent you? Everybody knows Diddy is like Jay-Z's brother. Shine has always been in Diddy's pocket. Now he coming out slamming Nas, saying Nas was in the Young Guns. When you know how that's gonna sound, the internet is eating it up. You know what I mean? Look, what can I do? I can't do nothing but believe it. Nas, I'm asking you nicely, brother. Asking you nicely, motherfucker. Come out and get in front of this shit. You know what I mean? Get in front of this shit because it taints the music and it taints the legacy. I don't want to know Nas was that type of nigga to be waiting outside the high school. But like I said, nothing has been confirmed yet. But I don't know if somebody sent Shine to say that or, like I said, he just slipped up. Whatever the case, doesn't shine a good light on Nas here, man. Let's drop it in the comments, bro. It wasn't just the New Yorkers. They was doing it down south into Louisiana. Famous for it. Famous for it. You got your old niggas marrying 13-year-olds that they didn't bought off for the parents. Look, bro, shit has to stop. Shit has to stop. And people have to be held accountable for the bullshit they was doing back in the day. Nas. I wish we could have let this shit go to sleep. I wish we could have let this shit go to sleep. But unfortunately, we're in 2025, fam, and nothing sleeps. Everything must be talked about. And this one doesn't even tap my ticket. Once I know you've been fucking with them young girls, I ain't rocking with you like that. Yeah, I ain't rocking with you like that, man. So anybody that does a Nas interview, I want y'all to come out and ask him straight the fuck up. Were you picking up young girls from high school? Don't say that with your cousin. So what, that my cousin? That don't mean nothing. Don't say that's your cousin. Nigga don't want to hear that's your cousin. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be real. Nigga don't want to hear that's your cousin. You were 23 years old, picking up prospects from the high school. Pathetic. Yeah, fucking pathetic. You know? That's why I am here. I am here to challenge the status quo. Yeah, I'm here to challenge the status quo. I'm gonna say a whole bunch of shit and talk about a whole bunch of shit that niggas don't wanna hear, but it's the truth. I promise to tell the truth, the whole truth. So help me God. So help me God. That's one thing you can expect from me. Look, like, share, subscribe. Scars from the playground. We going up in the way. That way. You know what I mean? We ain't going this way. We going that way. Like, share, subscribe, hype my video up. This is the only way to put an end to the bad behavior that has been showcased and spotlighted since the 90s. Drop it in the comments. Scars from the playground, fam. One thing about me is I'm not scared to say what I need to say. Get in the comments if you want to say some shit to me. It doesn't hurt me. Doesn't hurt me whatsoever. I'm 6'4". I'm a heavyweight. You know what I mean? I'm 210 pounds. You know what I mean? 6'4". But you do the math. I've never lost. I've never lost a fight. I've never lost lunch money. I've never lost anything. You know what I mean? I'm a winner. That's why I'm confidently doing me. You know what I mean? Drop it in the comments, man. Scars from the playground. Nas, inquiring minds want to know, were you, in fact, at that high school like Sean and Shine is saying? If it is true, mass appeal ain't worth a team. You know what I mean? I'm going to be honest with you. If that's true, nigga, I'm spitting on you. Yeah, I'm spitting on you. You was raised better than that, and you was acting like you had sense for years. Only to show that, nah, you ain't got no motherfucking sense, nigga. You ain't got no motherfucking sense. Because if you did, you kept your ass up from up there. Be honest, let it be real. Drop it in the comments. Scars from the playground. Like, share, subscribe. Nigga, peace.
If they throw it, I'ma catch it to play the game like Tetris. I'm one of a kind rap, people tell me I'm a clip. I've been working 24 hours, summertime to winter. I ain't really at the chill, it gotta be about business.
Look, welcome back to Scars for the Playground. Charleston White drags NBA young boy and calls the massa to a massa demonic. Let's get into the content, man.
Boy, he's been going on a crazy tour, every night we post them. I mean, it's undeniable. He
It's
goes
been
to the
looking for
fair.
money. It's been looking
Kids
for
are
money.
following him. He goes to the mall. He's walking around New Orleans Canal Street by himself. I mean, this. I remember when Lil Bow Wow. This reminds me of that when Lil Bow Wow was Lil Bow Wow back in the day. Have you been seeing this new stardom of YoungBoy?
Yeah, I've been seeing this bullshit. I'm with them preachers. You motherfucking grown motherfuckers taking these goddamn kids to this NBA YoungBoy concert. Them tickets is costing. I heard once before, the way to activate God, nigga, is to sing and praise. So when you see all these little, and they calling it pain music, drill music and fizzled out, thanks to Mr. Charles. Now we get to look at the conditions of what caused drill music, because it's going to come back around soon. Ain't nobody made NBA YoungBoy mad yet. Soon as a motherfucker make him mad, you be seeing him on stage. When they throw shit at him, he give him that motherfucking look. You know that look he get before he go to cussing and talking how he do? The boy just started smiling.
Yeah.
Just started smiling about 4 months ago. So nigga, for 10 years, we ain't seen a nigga smile. And he been mean and angry. So they're following his temperament. Nigga, when he was Kill 'Em All Bang Bang, allegedly and supposedly, and this is from law enforcement, there were bodies dropping around this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Homie, nigga, Donald Trump had to let him out. Cause he got an army just like Trump. He can point his finger and them young niggas go to war with the police. That's how much influence he got. I get so much, I wouldn't say backlash, but I get so much response from young people, from that video, who does the young people pick as their leader? NBA YoungBoy. Ooh, them motherfuckers give me that. So nigga, that tapped into their, so that's etched in their minds. But then there's a small fraction of them young, so you better keep NBA YoungBoy out your mouth, huh?
Yeah, they be serious too.
Nigga, I don't give a fuck about no NBA. Y'all call him NBA YoungBoy. I call him Kentrell. And nigga, I send your motherfucking ass where they send Kentrell ass. Nigga, see how mild, man. Nigga, listen, we done watched him go from juvenile, county jail, federal custody. We done watched him elevate and graduate in the crash out world. You young niggas ain't got a Birdman behind you. You ain't got a record label behind you. You ain't got 14 kids and 7 holes you sticking your dick in like him. You is barely getting pussy. You going to jail as virgins at 14 and 15 years old. Boy, don't you know I sent one of you young niggas ass down there where your daddy went and you won't ever get to see a YoungBoy concert? That's what I tell all them young niggas that try to scare me by YoungBoy. You ain't badder than the police, nigga. And he ain't either. He ain't either. Because when they get you, go bow. Man, they put that on their medication. But they broke him on house arrest. They took him and gave him to himself. His kids, his woman, his fame, his money, but you can't go nowhere, nigga. And we finna re-transform your whole mind. I wouldn't be surprised if this was Birdman playing. It just backfired, and thanks to the lady who actually who helped on working on giving him the pardon. The pardons are, shout out to the queen. How they gonna break that little nigga? He was court ordered to take medication. Part of his parole, federal parole paper, they did it the same way. Biological warfare. Because the drugs that they're ordering you to take is by their doctors. Now, the court order does say if you go get your own doctor, but he started playing his own doctor.
Well, what type of medication are we talking about right now?
Psychotropic drugs.
What do they do to the natural person?
You ain't never
of that?
seen the commercial late at night after you and your girl just got through, and they say, "Hey, have you ever taken Zoloft?" 20 years ago, people were taking Zoloft, and now people are. Have you ever heard a commercial? They say, "Okay, now we're suing for this." Or have you heard this medication will get rid of your diarrhea, stop your bad breath, but you're gonna have suicidal thoughts. It gives you a whole list and conglomerate of negative elements to taking this medicine. So every medicine they give you that the doctor prescribed you to fix one or two things has at least 10 side effects. Each medication has at least 10 different side effects. So if they're giving you these psychotropic drugs, most people who take these drug stores say, man, I'm hearing voices. When he was in prison and when he had got out on federal probation. So they showed his probation conditions. The judge and the court, meaning you cannot, you have to take the drug. They had him taking those drugs, homie. So that's why we couldn't get the kind of kid we get now, kind of young man we get now. Nigga, he was isolated and withdrawn within himself based off them drugs. So, nigga, I'm telling you, when they give you them drugs, the real you is put inside this shell. And yeah, I'm saying, yeah, Sean, I'm okay. But the real me is says, hey, no, I'm on medication. This ain't me. Because normally I'm lying. Medicine just have a nigga lethargic. And it time releases. So they give it to you at a certain time every day, consistently. Once you stop taking the medication, you're still on the medication because it's in your system now. And it's a time release. So whenever you decide to rile up, man, y'all got me up. Next thing you know, you sit your ass on down and calm back on down. It'll never allow you to be you again. Throwing your chemicals off. We all operating off chemicals.
That's why he's so well-mannered right now, today.
Oh, no. Oh, that's why he was able to get through the jail shit and come home. But had he came home, he wouldn't be on tour doing this. He'll be on medication. That medication will allow you to be vibrant and moving around. Go look at his probation stipulation. He had to take quarter of the medication from what the psychiatrists them say you have to take. So they had to get him a pardon because he had 5 years of that. You don't think they wasn't trying to break that kid? As long as they had him on house arrest. Couldn't go nowhere, couldn't, man. That nigga said, fuck it. That nigga went to popping out. That nigga, I'm gonna call him play the doctor. In Utah. Yeah. Out on the motherfucking hill, mountaintop. Man, and he can't drink, he can't smoke, he can't do nothing. You gonna start smoking K2 like he said he was doing. He could barely walk upstairs. Homie, they know what they doing.
Every night, it's an event, it's an experience. People are going because they see what's going on. It looks fun. People are coming together. They're getting along. You see grown men crying.
That's one side of the coin. You can't tell me that the disruption that this shit is causing to major metropolitan cities and small rural towns is he's stopping through is disrupting the police department. New Orleans Police Department. I love y'all. They had to go get 200 more agents.
400.
And this is because we have to do our due diligence as law enforcement. And I say we, because I'm a cop. I'm not a police. I'm a citizen on patrol. It's different. I'm not impersonating. I'm a cop, citizen on patrol. So we have to do our due diligence. We want to prevent crime. It's called crime prevention and crime intervention. So we know this guy is coming with 50 songs of anger, pain, hurt, and violence with the possibility of real violence and him getting upset about something and making this whole motherfucking arena tear up some shit. We got to worry about this. As law enforcement, as leaders of public safety, we have to have this at the front of our mind that this could go bad. Who benefits from all this? Him and his record label. Now, I heard you say a lot of good shit. Grown men coming together crying. There was not no goddamn grown man crying in no mother NBA concert. Though that was a mentally retarded male. A mentally retarded male trapped in a grown man's body, still embracing his childhood boy decisions. There ain't no goddamn, ain't no crying about no, that got out goddamn babies. And he getting all the goddamn money.
70 million, I think.
He getting
And,
all the him and Birdman getting all the goddamn money. And I
don't know how much. I just think.
Listen, don't even try to count the money. The boy, when he get through, he'll never have to work for 4 lifetimes. But I'm talking about that grown ass nigga you said was crying in the stand because he was at that. You said grown men crying.
Yes.
They were bisexual men.
Documented.
Bisexual men. Grown men ain't crying over no. We saw Michael Jackson and all niggas. Them bisexual men.
No, I disagree. You know, we did a documentary, me and V, we did a documentary in Baton Rouge, and a lot of grown men say that his music had saved their lives.
A lot of them niggas were hunching with their big cousins too. They just ain't told you. Them bisexual men in Baton Rouge. A lot of them down low in Baton Rouge. I done heard the stories about a bunch of them. You talking about, sneaking up a boy's back. Ain't it crying over a song and him and his bitch ain't got into it. You clowning about crying over it, but you go salute these grown ass men and say the average man that's a man's man ain't finna take their baby there. For one, it's gonna cost too goddamn much. And you can't even understand what this motherfucker's saying. And look how all these motherfuckers look retarded. Look how they shaking. Man, no. Then you got dancing like a punk on stage. And these are killers. So his hands on the hip doing some shit. So man, these are killers. And they'll kill you. They'll kill everybody in this household. And look how they're dancing. But you can't tell them kids that. You know why? All these mama's boys, they done watch their aunties pop that pussy. So they done took a little bit of their aunties twerking. Nigga, they done watch their mamas and them. I don't know if Jesus had this kind of impact on the youth. Ever.
I mean, and you gotta look too. Young boy came to Dallas, he donated.
He gave $50,000 to Huncho Amuro dad and them campaign. He ain't donated shit.
No, it was like a gun prevention.
I used to work with them niggas. Them niggas.
Clout, I think Corey Clout and them.
Man, I know them niggas. I done work with them niggas before.
No, I'm just shining light on the positive, though.
Listen, homie, it's called nepotism. That's why them niggas got a building downtown by the police station. It's all about who you know. He didn't bypass the niggas that he got introduced to by the handlers. He was told to get that money to them. He didn't find no boots on the ground, grassroots organization and give money to that's off in the community. Even though these are the urban hood space. They ain't boots on the ground. They when you call on the ground.
Have everybody asking you for something, friends, family.
Sean, listen, this kid
hold on.
This kid ain't getting the money way himself. Because if he would, he'll be getting it to hood people. He's being carefully, this is a PR campaign for him. Pardon from President Trump. He's off the psychotropic drugs. He ain't taking the opioid drugs no more. He got a 16-hour schedule like we get the kids in the institution, so he has structure in his life now. He got a schedule, what he does every hour. That's what they did to us in the boys' home. They gave the nigga boys' home schedule. 16-hour strip. So he got something to do every day so we can retransform his mind. We got him going to Disneyland. We got him doing normal stuff so we can retransform his mind. What y'all seeing, this is controlled chaos. Talk to me in 3 years. See, right now, this is controlled chaos, homie. He's being handled very carefully. Birdman, nigga, I'm 48. Birdman got to be every bit of 57, 58. This singing in the middle of a song, going to sleep. And snapping out of it and just saying, yeah, blah, blah. They calling me a young nigga. Nigga, Birdman. That's say, homie, that nigga thorough. He's still blooding it.
bandana out the back pocket. He's still looking like the nigga, man. Ain't nobody saying, Birdman, you looking like a young nigga. So I don't want to hear that young nigga talk. If you can play, you play till you can play. What did they say? Nigga, I want to die on stage. Every player want to die on stage. So what the fuck? I'm going to take the uniform off and I'm on stage. I done made it to stage. So I'm like Birdman. I'm going to keep looking how I'm looking, feeling how I'm feeling, thinking how I'm thinking. Yeah, nigga, hope I die this way. So don't boo-hoo if I come up dead somewhere in a suspicious. They're not forcing him. They've given him a schedule and things to do, and he's fulfilling his duties. He can't wait to get back where he is, and he can roam free now and drive them cars and go back to slanging that motherfucker peanut patty dick. That say shit. So this like who just got out of jail, and I tell everybody, including their family, their girl. Right now he on a honeymoon. 90% of inmates, prisoners, convicts, or felons go back to prison or reoffend within 5 years. Nobody's beating those numbers yet. That 90% is high. We don't watch Honeycomb Brazy go back how many times?
Like 7.
We don't watch Finesse be rearrested how many times? Homie, within 5 years, most are rearrested and back in prison. So right now, this kid is a cash, and I keep calling him a kid, homie, because that's when he caught my attention when he was a kid in the boys' home. I talked to one of his juvenile workers like 6, 7 years ago. He really antisocial. He don't fuck with a bunch of people. This ain't his element. This ain't his element. This new to him. You tell me whenever in his career he been able to have such success. They had him blackballed. They took Vaughn and Dirk and O-Block side, and they treated the poor little Southern kids, the North versus the South. The industry went with the North. Steven Jackson, Gilly Watt, everybody went with Dirk. Even right now, they looking foolish because they should have never took sides. These is kids. They should have been trying to squash the beef.
Look, I ain't gonna hold you. The man went on a 2-hour rant about NBA YoungBoy, Kentrell Galton. Now, I don't think YB is that bad. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. I don't think he's that bad, but I believe he's being controlled right now by the Birdman and by his entourage. YB ain't like that. Yeah, YB ain't like that. This new YB that we are seeing performing in caskets and barely talking, and when you do hear him talk, he's talking like Michael Jackson. He's unrecognizable. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real now. I don't agree with everything my Uncle Charlie says. You know what I mean? That's Uncle Charlie. You know, I don't believe everything he says, agree with him, but he has a point. Drop it in the comments, man. I can't stay home, got to go, Miss Ho, but Charleston White, he's on to something. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's on to something. When he start talking like this, everybody listens. It's when he do all the ignorant shit that make everybody run this way, that way, and the other. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Drop it in the comments, man. Shout out to NBA YoungBoy. Despite all the bullshit that we have to discuss about him, I still like him. Yeah, I still like him. I believe he'll find his way right back to the light when it's time. Right now, total fucking darkness. Yeah, total fucking darkness. Even his mama is eating this shit up. First, she wasn't even talking. Look, drop it in the comments, Scores from the Playground. Keeping it real is not hating. That's what y'all gotta understand, bro. But you can't tell a nigga that he can't have an opinion about something. You know what I mean? Charleston White has made a living on it. Just being honest, just being real. Drop it in the comments, Scores from the Playground.
If they throw it, I'ma catch it to play the game like Tetris. I'm one of a kind rap, people tell me I'm a clip. I've been working 24 hours, summertime to winter. I ain't really at the chill, it gotta be about business.
Welcome back to Scores from the Playground. Gary Payton invited Finesse 2 times to talk to at-risk youth. You know what I mean? When he went to his house in Vegas with old Zesty BG. let's get into the content, fam.
I gotta talk to us about what's happening. You feel what I'm saying? So I got two of them. So one of my main little dudes who really go, man, he got a chance. He was like, Coach, man, he's like, everybody, this week kind of been kind of tough for me, man. I'm stressed out. So he kept talking. And he said, my homie go somewhere. But I'll just say, I gotta go because they home. I was like, wait, hold on, play. I said, well, first of all, if they your homies and they know you trying to get somewhere else, they gonna be like, nah, nigga, don't do that. You get the fuck away from that, and you do this, and don't you feel a certain way. Right. So I told him that, and he was like, Coach, you right, man, but I grew up with him. I said, that don't mean nothing. I said, that don't mean shit, man. I said, man, because even if y'all ain't doing nothing wrong, something can happen on some bullshit. Yeah. You can get fucked off. Yeah. But you got a chance. Yeah. I got you changed. Yeah. And he was like, Coach, you right, man. And I said, man, that's why I'm going to get everybody to come in here and holler at y'all, man. Because y'all got to see the other side of what y'all think y'all missing.
The thing is this. Sometimes when we be in that state of mind and young like that and going through the stages, the internet, it blinds us. And the rap. I get it. You see, and they don't understand it's just a job for us. Like me, I rap about what I've been through. Today, I just take care of my business. I'm a father. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And they
like
don't get that.
They don't know. So sometimes, that's why I say it's easy for me to come in there and say, because they wouldn't expect to hear it from the next 2 times. Yeah. Hey, bro, it's okay to be. It's okay to be to go home. It's okay to not do drugs. It's okay. Right. I want you to know that. Yeah. If you hear me say that shit come from me.
And they gonna listen. That's what I'm saying.
That's why I say I be more than honored.
Thank you. I appreciate it. That's why I want you to come, because I was like, they listen to y'all because they listen to all y'all music, man. And I'm in their ass so much. It's like a daddy to them. Right. I'm like a pops to them. Right. So it's like, man, damn. Coach keep fucking with me, But if y'all come in there and say it, and say,
right. It's
okay.
A different look.
It's okay.
Like,
it's
because
okay.
they looking at us like we.
Yeah.
And they big facts. And they, that's what they want to do. But once we show them that it ain't
right, it's like me.
They gotta hear from big facts.
Yeah, it's like me telling them to take out the trash all the time and wash the dishes all the time. Right, from y'all, they looking at it like, yo, if they can do what I do, and when y'all say it, they be like, oh fuck, this shit is hella real. You know what I'm saying? And
they need their support.
Right.
Like I had little college dudes that said they can't fight to my game.
Yeah, so all they want.
They be wanting a little support.
That's all.
Look, Gary Payton, you know what I mean? Look, you sound like an OG. You sound like an OG, my nigga. So I'm gonna just tell you straight the fuck up. Ricky would be the last person you want to come and educate them boys. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. He ain't gonna steer them on the right track. Everything he does is wrong. On top of that, the man has a drug problem. You know what I mean? $300 a day habit, bro. Why would you invite him to talk to them boys? Him and BG, Christopher Dorsey. He's a certified snitch, man. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real, yeah. He snitched on that boy back in the day because that boy didn't want to take them charges. Tried to make him take them charges. Drop it in the comments, man. Gary Payton, like I say, bro, you sound like an OG, bro. You sound like an OG, but that OG shit just shows stupidity. It just shows stupidity. You've been loyal to the wrong things. On top of that, bro, inviting these dudes to your house, man. Beware the company you keep. Say it like that. I ain't saying Ricky going backdoor old Gary Payton, but if Gary Payton get backdoor anytime soon, you know what I mean? Anytime soon, one has to start pointing fingers, because come on, man. You hanging with BG, and you supposed to be being an example for the youth. Yeah, unfortunately, I know BG got fans. I know old Ricky got fans. But until they start living their truth, they can't teach nobody. I'm just being honest. I'm just being real. And it's going to come out like, God damn, you doing them like that? Look, bro, BG zesting, snitching, and play too gangster, and he smile too goddamn much. You know, we might as well add that in there too. As far as Ricky, still connected to the streets, way too much. You know, he's out to kill him. When we talking about honeycomb brazy, he want to kill him. You know what I mean? He's on crash dummy mode, bro. If you ready to crash out, make sure a crash dummy. Just being honest, just being real, bro. You want him to talk to the kids. Man, all the kids gonna realize it, bro. It don't take much intelligence to get you a little change in this world. You know what I mean? They show bringing them to talk to them children is like showing them kids you don't really gotta be much of shit to make it in 2025, bro. I'm just being honest. I'm just being real, man. And this ain't me to talk about nobody. You know, keeping it real is not hating. Keeping it real is not hating. BG, where is your son, nigga? Your son, BG's son, a hell of a fucking rapper. Hell of a fucking rapper. I don't know why you don't fuck with him. You know what I mean? You hear shit. I don't know why most shit about BG is not him promoting his fucking son, fam. It's damn over for you, nigga. Now that little nigga got a future. Him, Soulja Slim son, and I think Juvenile son had a little group back in the day. You know what I mean? Yeah, baby. They had a little group back in the day, man. Now, they talking. You know what I mean? Yeah, they talking. BG, you should be using all your resources to put it into your little boy, fam. Point blank, period. Like I said, that nigga has a future in hip hop. If you help him develop it properly, you know what I mean? God damn, nigga, you been in jail all this motherfucking time, and your priority ain't that boy. You know what I mean? It's a problem. And I know some people gonna say, bro, how do you know? Man, I ain't seen one picture with him yet. You know, just being honest, just being real. Drop it in the comments. Them two niggas shouldn't be allowed nowhere around kids. Look what Finesse 2 Times did with King. Gary Payton. OG. You ain't my OG, but you sound like you might be somebody's. You know what I mean? Because you got that conversation. You got that tone in your voice that sound like you think you an OG. Well, if you're going to be an OG, bro, it's about using this. Using your fucking noggin. Common sense. You don't bring no fucking criminals to talk to fucking kids, bro. It ain't about a look. It's about what them people really stand on. It ain't principles and marvels. Just being honest, just being real. Drop it in the comments, man. Scars from the playground. Like, share, subscribe. I'm gonna say shit you don't like. Yeah, but I'm gonna say shit you don't like. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm here for. Yeah, that's what I'm here for. I ain't gonna say it's rage baiting or here to piss you off, but I just really don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Just being honest, just being real. You know, when you called me crazy, I was the first time I was kind of tripping, right? But you know what? I am crazy. And you know what else? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about you. I don't give a fuck about Finesse 2 Times, and I don't give a fuck about BG. Shit, I don't give a fuck about myself. And you less of a man than me. So when I figure out, when I figure out you ain't shit, pow, so be it, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Real shit. Juice. Drop it in the comments. Scores from the playground. Like, share, subscribe. We going that way. Up, 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 and away. I'm just being honest. I'm just being real. Like, share, subscribe, and hype my shit up, fam. Scores from the playground. Good day. Good day, sir.
If they throw it, I'ma catch it to play the game like Tetris. I'm one of a kind rap. People tell me I'm a clip. I've been working 24 hours, summertime to winter. I ain't really at the chill, it gotta be about business.
Welcome back to Scars from the Playground. Charleston White was kicked out of NBA YoungBoy Make America Slime Again concert. Massa! But look, before you laugh at him, he made the Say Cheese interview knowing he was headed that way to be backstage with him. Look, that's tough. Just be honest, let's just be real. Let's get into the content, fam. Drop it in the comments.
And I'll put one of you niggas' ass in jail. I'll send you niggas' ass right where they send YB. You see how he conform? He got a 16-hour schedule he follow, and he ain't broke the schedule yet. Keep thinking y'all ass bad. And I keep telling you young niggas, twitching killers, I ain't scared of you niggas. You know why? Because I'm with the police. There was so many, they didn't have to. You niggas ain't gonna do nothing. Yeah, you niggas don't want to go to jail and go to twitching. You niggas don't want to have to go to jail and the YB song come on and somebody look up and y'all doing that dance on stage. Go down there and do it. I bet you won't go down there and do it. Go to Angola and do that YB dance. I bet you stop it, nigga. And don't get mad at them, cause you niggas dance like your aunties and your mamas now. Y'all ain't crip walking like your daddies and your uncle. So they mad at them. So listen, YB gonna be mad at y'all. I ain't get to come in. Yeah, them young niggas jumped off the bus. God, yeah. I ain't scared of you niggas. I swear to God, I'll put one of you niggas' ass in jail. I'll send you niggas' ass right where they send YB. You see how he conform? He got a 16-hour schedule he follow, and he ain't broke the schedule yet. Keep thinking y'all ass bad. Y'all can't fight. Y'all sure can't fight them niggas when they get off that dope. Your uncle, when he get off that dope in jail, he a bad motherfucker. He running the tank. When he come home on that dope, yeah, you bully him. Yeah, he scared. You scared of him. First, he want to get some dope from you. I'm going to send you where they sent Bobby Shmurda, nigga. So keep thinking y'all bad. I ain't scared of now one, you little bad, retarded motherfucker. I showed up with no security. Listen, I made that Say Cheese TV interview knowing I was finna come be backstage with y'all. And I was going to tell y'all to y'all face, all y'all retarded. Look at you. When last time you niggas been sober and looked in the mirror? Half you niggas can't go live 7 days straight where you brush your teeth in the morning. Afternoon teeth brushing ass. Normal people brush their teeth in the morning, boy. That nigga mad at me. I can't believe. I thought y'all were killers. Dancing ass niggas in they feelings. I knew y'all wasn't no real motherfucking young nigga killers. Nigga ain't nowhere in the world. Oh, nigga, please. Man, y'all supposed to laugh with them. Y'all know goddamn well y'all supposed to laugh with them. But you know why y'all can't laugh? Because the truth hurts. All y'all dance like your mamas. All y'all. I ain't seen that nigga up there crip walking yet. And y'all talking slime. Nigga, all y'all up there with your hand on you. Yeah. Back got a curve in it like a mother. That's how your mama back be arched when she laying down, face down, ass up. You ever seen how them hoes arch their back and have that ass? That's when you fucking at the edge of the bed and you standing up and she got. That's how you niggas bats be arched standing up, wiggling them motherfucking hips with them skinny jeans on, with them drawers, with them eyes on the back of it, looking at a nigga from your ass. I don't know who idea was to put them eyes on back of them drawers you nigga be wearing. Them nigga mad at all. Y'all niggas are wrong. Yeah. Say, boy, you niggas mad and you niggas owe me. I done went to that motherfucking mall over there and bought this high-ass $1 young nigga outfit. Somebody owe me. I'm building some motherfucking body for this outfit. You know, I done went and bought this bag. I don't talk about it, see nobody come and get me. They got me trapped in there. I can get out. Who would have had me trapped in there? Oh, I was scared. That motherfucker locked me in there. Oh, shit. Y'all thought I'm gonna lock me in there just out? And nigga ain't got no way to climb to get out. Y'all gonna be terrified. I'm gonna be terrified. And y'all, and Lil Tim, nah, I ain't cool with Lil Tim no more. Yeah, I ain't cool with Lil Tim no more. Lil Tim folks say, nah, man, we ain't doing nothing to Y'all go get on. So now, when Lil Tim needed help with his documentary, I was there to help him. When Lil Tim, everything Lil Tim ever wanted, and he asked me to call, I called and done it for him. So now, I ain't cool with Lil Tim no more either. I'm finna switch sides. I'm finna start hollering free Lil Durk. They got me fucked up. They can't invite me and then not let me in. Let me show y'all the message I sent to DJ Academy. Let me show y'all the message I sent to DJ. I ain't bullshitting. I ain't no nigga look what I sent to DJ Academy. I don't like no nigga enough to stand around waiting. I don't like no nigga enough to stand around waiting. Now Lil Tim ain't here. He left me out. Yeah. No, listen, we walking in. I got the credentials and everything. YB them just showed up. The young niggas got off the bus. YB and management cool. It's the young niggas. That's the truth. That's what I'm a Christian believer. So let me just say, 13 bastard babies mean children born out of wedlock. That's a bastard. Children, he got 13 children born out of wedlock. As a father, that's looked down upon in the black community for black fathers and mothers with moral standards. So I ain't went in yet. So I overlooked that. And the fact that he got herpes, nigga, and passing herpes around the 13 people. I ain't went in yet. I can go in. I can talk shit. They said I ain't talk shit, but I can.
But we gonna be fair.
Hold on, we seen him drag a girl down the hallway.
Let me ask you a question.
He just got off medication. He just got off medication.
You talking about?
He just got. I can go in now.
Hold on. You talking about?
I ain't talk shit yet.
Hold on. You talking about yourself? So you say you say your grandma, your grandpa, everybody just had one woman. Come on now. We don't have to be honest now.
No.
We in the black community.
Hold on.
You might have did it.
My grandmother.
You might have did it.
My mother and my grandmother, all children about my grandmother and grandfather. He have no outside children.
You know that's not the reality for a lot of people.
I don't give a damn about no rap. I'm saying what I did, nigga. So I ain't went in on a man.
So you're judging though?
I'm not judging. I judge every goddamn day. I don't give a damn about judging. Judge me back. So what? Who can stop me from judging?
But how could you look down on him?
Easy. I ain't made 13 babies that's gonna be distraught with more childhood trauma with an absent father.
He's not absent.
He is absent.
I've seen him.
He is absent. He just come out of jail and prison. You think that hadn't affected them?
That remains to be seen. Right?
They don't remain to be seen. Anytime he's been in and out of jail.
Hold on, but this is why
you can't blame me, nigga. When I've been in my life.
But I'm
just saying I ain't been in on him yet.
No, hold on.
I will tomorrow.
I want you to get a little bit closer.
I'm gonna eat his ass up. No, because you trying to get me to idolize a black man instead of making
idolize. I want you to understand.
With a bumpy dick.
No. It's not idolize. Not idolize. Understand.
I ain't got to understand it.
Let me tell you this.
I did in today, because I ain't talk shit yet. I'm going to start talking shit.
Now you're personalizing. Now you're personalizing. Don't personalize it, Charles.
I'm not personalizing what? I ain't got no bumps on my dick.
Charles, you are at your greatest when you talk facts and it's not coming from a place of... If you got in that concert, you wouldn't say that.
What you mean? I would.
No, you wouldn't.
I would say it.
No, you wouldn't.
If they say I'm talking shit based on what I said today, I wasn't talking to him. I'm talking to the retarded fan. I gave him credit for growth. So if they say I'm talking shit, let me start talking shit. Because they need to have STD clinics out here. Test free STD to get free young boy concert. Everybody who want to get STD, HIV, you get free. Take the test, we give you free HIV. Yeah, they just be doing that.
But
I ain't went in yet. I'm finna go in.
I felt like if you would, when I went to the concert,
on my side.
Hold on. When I went to the concert, I'm gonna be honest with you, and people don't know this. If you ever watch me in my story when I'm
you can't let me play with your toes.
Shout out Uncle Charlie. You know what I mean? You really should shout out Uncle Charlie, because that man talked all that shit and went to the Make America Slime Again concert with no security. You know what I mean? Yeah, why? There'll be a fool to touch him. He already told you he's with the cops. And we ain't just talking about the hip hop police. You know what I mean? He's an honorary he's an honorary police officer, meaning he ain't on the payroll, but he working with him. Look, shout out NBA young boy, you know what I mean? Everybody don't hate YB, despite what Charleston White kind of be saying, you know what I mean? He be really taking up for the man. It's everybody around him. Just like he said, bro, the YNs hopped off the bus ready to do something to him, you know what I mean? But nobody ever touches him. Look, bro, y'all should have let the man in. Y'all should have let the man in. This is freedom of speech, meaning a nigga could say what the fuck he want. What the fuck he want, fam. As long as he putting a face on it, he's not saying it and hiding behind a brick wall. He putting himself in harm's way, bro. That is respected. Yeah, respected, bro. It's 2025. We headed to 2026, bro. And things are changing. Yeah, things are changing, bro. Everybody on Yes Man. Not to mention, now he's waging war against NBA Youngboy. See, I ain't never had no team against NBA Youngboy. I like Contrell, like him. I don't like Lil Tim. Lil Tim did a coward's move. Every chance I get, fam, I'm gonna bring that up. Why? Because you niggas gotta learn, bro. Y'all gonna learn. Oh yeah, y'all gonna learn. Lil Tim was a coward. He shot Vaughn in the back, fam. They were just having a little scratch. Now, neither one of these guys was gonna get beat black and blue anyway. It was gonna be over. Probably would have started making music together. Let's just be honest, let's just be real. This is just how it gets down. Y'all talk shit when y'all run into each other, y'all fight, y'all box. Y'all don't shoot one in the back. Make sure you cap him if he get me. Man, come on, man. I'd have gave him more credit if he would have went over there and swung one. Boom! Get off of him. You know what I mean? You get way more respect for that. Your little Tim's a coward. Him and his shit bag shouldn't even be on tour. I'm gonna just be honest with you, you know what I mean? So shout out Charleston White. The nigga say what he wanna say. Y'all empowered him, you know what I mean? This is what he does, you know what I mean? What do you think, he gonna be quiet cause he's NBA young boy? Look, the YNs are fucking stupid. Not them, I ain't gonna say they stupid like rah-rah stupid, gorilla stupid. They know who the fuck with, man. They snatching pussies from old ladies and stealing honey buns out the stove, man. They credit stupid like that. They ain't stupid like they don't know who the fuck with and who not. Niggas stand in their lanes. Why? They all weigh about the same as YB. 115 pounds, man. 115 pounds soaking wet. You ain't, the average 100 pounder ain't swinging on no big nigga. You know what I mean? Nigga make you so scared to pull that fucking weapon, you'll even keep that bitch tucked away. Fear. You know what I mean? It's fear. They stupid and they are fearful. That's God's honest truth, man. Shout out Charleston White. I don't like him, but I like him. That's like how I am with most people, bro. When you say something, I agree with it, I salute that. And then when you say something, it's just bullshit, I gotta call you out. Drop it in the comments. Look, I can't see why Charleston White thought he should even go over there and try to party. You don't want to be, you know, you gotta stop trying to be a YN, man. You gotta stop being a YN. What are you even doing at a YB concert? You know, look, I talk shit and I went over there to party. You know, they did exactly what they were supposed to do, but all the backdoor shit, I ain't know nothing about it. You know, I don't know nothing about that. You don't know nothing about that. Maybe they did try to get you out. You know what I mean? But with all them cops in attendance, bro, you might have been all right. You know, you might have been all right. All roads would have pointed straight to YB. So I don't think they was even out to hurt you. Drop it in the comments, of course, on the playground. Shout out to NBA Youngboy. I'm not a fan of Birdman. You know why? He be kissing all them young niggas in the mind. You know what I mean? Even when I met Rollo for the first time, I thought Rollo was one of his punks. I'm just being honest. Just being real. When he took him up there to go talk to Charlamagne the God, keep my name out your mouth. Man, I thought Rollo was one of his punks. You know what I mean? It's funny to see Rollo, after taking the Birdman mentorship, try to make himself into a media personality now. You know what I mean? Shout out Birdman. I'm not your biggest fan, nigga. Yeah, I'm not your biggest fan. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not your biggest fan because you got to stop that shit. And inquiring minds want to know, why was you really kissing them little boys? It's never gonna get old, fam. I'm just being honest, just being real. You know, I'm grown now. I have to question things, fam. I have to question things. I don't have sons, I have daughters, but that's why if I hear that you mess with a little girl, I'm on your ass. I have nephews, a nephew, a couple nephews. If I hear that you mess with a little boy, or you were kissing them little boys in the mouth, I'm on your ass, nigga. We just gonna start there. You know what I mean? That's your first fuck up. You done made a lot of sense then, just being honest, just being real, pumped, tell the truth, the whole truth, so help me God. Drop it in the comments, Scars from the Playground, like, share, subscribe, and hype my shit up, because I'm going that way. Yeah, I'm going that way. I have a natural personality and a natural, I'm good at this shit. You know what I mean? I'm good at this shit. It's an art. It's a skill that you must develop like all others. You know what I mean? And I'm putting in my hours for sure. You know what I mean? For sure. It's gonna go somewhere because it can't go nowhere. Just being honest, just being real. Drop it in the comments. Shout out Uncle Charlie. You know what I mean? Shout out Uncle Charlie. We all got an uncle like that. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, this nigga so happened to be really family to me. Drop it in the comments, man. Scar's from the playground. Like, share, subscribe. Nigga, peace.
If they throw it, I'ma catch it to play the game like Tetris. I'm one of a kind rap, people tell me I'm a clip. I've been working 24 hours, summertime to winter. I ain't really at the chill, it gotta be about business.
Joe Budden responds to Camron filing a lawsuit against J. Cole, fam, over that freshman 24. Look, bro, it's corny. It's corny. Let's get into the content. It's corny. It's corny, Cam. It's corny.
That I don't even know how to feel about this just yet. Apparently, Camron is suing J. Cole.
CYT?
What?
CYS, I mean.
For what? Back last year when J. Cole dropped the Might Delete Later.
Okay.
He did the I'm Ready 2024 version.
Yeah.
Apparently there was an agreement made for Cam's contribution to that J. Cole would either contribute to a future project of his or appear on the It Is What It Is show.
Oh.
And he hasn't done either. So now Cam is suing, saying I haven't been fairly compensated for my contribution to that project.
Okay. This seems like it's something that could be solved in a text or email, but maybe they try.
J. Cole pay Cam and
or that.
Yeah, J. Cole got it.
Of course.
Yeah,
I don't.
Why didn't they just figure out some type of? Well, I guess they did figure out some type of compensation.
They did.
Because Cam might have said, I don't want the money. I much prefer you to come on my show. You never came on my show. I don't know the particulars of it.
I might have been asking you for months to come on my show and you dubbing me. Well, I'm not outside right now.
I'm suing J. Cole too. Fuck that.
If I'm J. Cole, but you know, if I'm Cole, I'm asking you for months to come on my show and you dubbing me. Well, I'm not outside right now.
I'm suing J. Cole too. Fuck that.
If I'm J. Cole, but you know, if I'm Cole, all my pop outs are strategic.
Hey, fuck all this shit, nigga. I'm suing that nigga Joe. Hey, if I got any reason to bring Jermaine to court, just for fun, just to say you did it, that's bad.
Is that a fair barter? A verse for a show appearance?
Mm-hmm. No, you can't say that. Depends
it's
on
fair if they think it's fair.
Yeah, it might
they
be.
agree. That is true.
Leave Cole alone, bro. Cole has top tier integrity. Let's start there. Top tier integrity. He's done nothing. You know what I mean? He's done nothing but good things in hip hop, bro. He has no dirt attached to his name, bro. Now you want to sue him because he don't want to come on your fucking podcast to talk about a whole lot of nothing. The man don't do interviews, nigga. Put you some music together and he'll send you a feature, but you take him to court, you ain't gonna get what you think you gonna get. You ain't been properly compensated. Yes, you have, because you ain't the same Camron you was years ago when niggas would have hoped to get you on a record. He got you when you were down there dried out and shriveled up. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. And this before you even got your teeth done. So this when your teeth were down there falling out your motherfucking mouth. You know what I mean? He still fuck with you. Just be honest, bro. You properly compensated. Yeah, nigga, he gave you the light. Nigga gave you the light in order for you to go over there and for your podcast to grow wings. You know what I mean? Let's just be honest, man. J. Cole rocking with you. This is why a lot of people get that money on the new artists and they go fuck with the old school because they've been listening to them for years. You just want to throw something in their pockets. Even if it's a little attention that way, you know what I mean? The song didn't do much of nothing. It was a mixtape. Song didn't do much of nothing. Might delete later. Nigga even named it Might Delete Later. You know what I mean? It ain't like he named the album. This is my best shit I've ever done. Look, Camron, shit corny. Why? Cause you getting money, nigga. You getting money. The nigga building behind the scenes, man. This is Cole. Cole is working behind the scenes. Had you waited, my nigga, you might have got the best interview Cole ever gave. Cause he don't do that. I don't even think he's done nothing. You know, just we being honest, we being real. Bro, you might have got like some good shit, but this is what's wrong with niggas. This is what's wrong with niggas. You care more about the virality. You want to go viral. He's suing J. Cole. It's all over the internet. You know what I mean? But look here, bro. Corny. Hella fucking corny. Why don't you go meet Jim Jones in that Italian restaurant he was talking about in Harlem and get your ass whooped? That's what you need, fam. That's what you need. You know, shit. Nigga know what you need. That's what you need, fam. You ain't need your motherfucking ass kicked, because now it's getting out of hand. You know, a lot of people saying, oh, Drake did it with one lawsuit. One lawsuit. These niggas are suing every day for every little fucking thing, fam. You can't be a hypocrite about the situation. What does that make Camron? Exactly the motherfucker he played in Paid in Full. A snake. Shit. That's why they popped him for playing Rico. You know what I mean? You have some of them qualities in you that Rico possess. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Something ain't right about you, Ken. Something ain't right about you. And Jim been trying to tell niggas for a while. I'm just starting to really believe it. Something ain't right about you. You should have left Cole alone. Like I said, Cole has top tier integrity. He don't even get down with all the commercialism in hip hop. He just try to make his music and stay out the way. On top of that, he owns his fucking self. That's why he doesn't get the attention he deserves. You know what I mean? Cole is independent. You know what I mean? Shout out Jermaine Cole, bro. Shout out Jermaine Cole. You know what I mean? Start there. Shout out J. Cole, Camron. It's some hoe ass shit. I'm just being honest. I'm just being real. Drop it in the comments, man. Scars from the Playground. Like, share, subscribe. Hype my shit up. Scars from the Playground. Like, share, subscribe. Hype my shit up. I'm thinking if I say it a way that you might understand it. You might really fucking listen and we really get the song on this motherfucker. You know what I mean? Right now, this feeding fam. It's feeding family. If you want to help me feed the family, please like, share, subscribe. And hype my shit the fuck up, family. We know we deserve way more attention, because ain't nobody giving you the truth quite like me. Probably tell the truth, the whole truth. So help me God. Always do it. You know what I mean? Always do it. Y'all know what it is with me. Drop it in the comments. Tell me where you're from. Don't tell me where you're going. You know, tell me where you're from. We're getting all that shit later. You know what I mean? Getting all that other shit. We'll get into it later, because we all going somewhere. Where are you from? Let's know where you started. Real shit. Drop it in the comments. Scores from the Playground. If you making music, bro, send me some beats. Yeah, if you making music and you got that fire shit, send me some beats. Scores from the Playground at gmail.com. If you want to donate to the platform, Scores from the Playground at gmail.com. And we'll go from there. You know what I mean? If you have any opportunity for a future endeavor for me, maybe movies, TV shows, all that other type of shit I'm into, Scores from the Playground at gmail.com. You know, we're just gonna keep going. We're never stopping, because we're popping here. You know what I mean? We're popping here. Look at the numbers, man. Even though numbers don't matter, but they don't lie either. Yeah, numbers don't matter, but they don't lie either. Because guess what? I ain't got no backing from nobody. It's just me, fam. It's just me and my beautiful family. You know what I mean? And they do a lot. You know what I mean? Just be honest. If you like food, go check out my wife's shit, Dime with Dankarella. You know what I mean? If you like, you'll understand how my tummy is being fed every night. I have a chef, fam. A fucking chef. How many people you know my age with a world-renowned chef? That shit hit different. Drop it in the comments, man. Like, share, subscribe, hype my shit up, man. Can't stay long, got to go. Miss Hope, peace.
If they thought I'ma catch her to play the game like Tetris, I'm one of a kind rap. People tell me I'm a clip. I've been working 24 hours, summertime to winter. I ain't really at the chill, it gotta be about business.
The baby lost $30 million for disrespecting the LGBT community. This for all them homophobic remarks at the 2021 Rolling Loud. Look, he say, if you didn't show up over here with HIV or any of them other diseases, that in 2 to 3 weeks, put your phone up, put your lighters up on your phone. Oh, you know what, fellas, if you're not giving blowjobs in the parking lot. Put your lighters up on your phone. Look, bro, this shit cost him $30 million worth of shows that he had booked up until the ball dropped at the end of 2021. He said he even had a private jet picked out with his name on it. He said he learned his lesson. Look, they counseled him. Still to this day, people still ain't fucking with the baby like they once was. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. That's what people fail to realize. You could think most of your fans are the women, but nah, man, the LGBT, they're jamming your shit and they listen to your shit and they're thinking you accept them for what they are until you start talking that bullshit. Then you see how fast that money go. Drop it in the comments, man. Shout out to baby. Pino Vasquez throwing shots at Freeway for leaving the rap game to become an honorary sheriff. Look, bro, he say the man went from, oh, the cops' whole purpose is to lock us up and throw away the key, to becoming an honorary cop. He say the man can't even run down the block. Freeway can't save Freeway, but he chooses to sign up for the police department. Look, if the man won't be a cop, he won't be a cop. You know what I mean? Look, Oskino Vasquez is mad because allegedly he caught Freeway taking food out his motherfucking mouth after he tried to put the man on. You know what I mean? Look, yeah, this would piss a nigga off. You know, I don't think all the cop shit piss him off. You do what you do, but he's just honorary. I don't even know what that means. They giving out honorary degrees. Drop it in the comments. I think it means nothing. Cam Newton got into an altercation with the Alabama A&M mascot in Birmingham, Alabama. Look, he attempted to knock off his fedora. You know what I mean? I don't even know what was going on, bro. But there was a bit of a scuffle, a bit of a struggle. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. It took for Cam Newton to really threaten to beat the shit out of him for him to stop. Man, watch out. Watch out. Look, the footage is hilarious, dog. You know what I mean? Shout out Cam Newton. I guess the man just wanted to make sure that bitch wasn't glued to his head. Every time you see him, he got some type of fedora on. And I can't say they're weird, because they're fly, but it's always one on there. I mean, maybe the man just wanted to see if it would come off, if he swung at it. Drop it in the comments, man. Shout out Cam Newton. He wasn't going for it. Sammy denies the child cruelty allegations. He say they are lies designed to drag him and take him down. The truth will prevail. Look, bro, I think it's, if you did something, now is the time to just come out and just, like, this ain't all that old Hollywood ass shit and the truth will come out later in the rinse. Man, we trying to, inquiring minds want to know what happened to them children, bro. Like, were you in there beating the hell out them kids? That's the only thing that matters right now. All that old, I'ma like leave clues and all that, man, come on, man. That's what got you in the world of trouble right now. You're looking like a fucking fugitive. I'ma just be honest with you, fam. And I grew up liking Sammy. I like the way you look at me. That was my shit, you know what I mean? Let's just be honest, let's just be real. I thought you was friendly. I was under the assumption that you were friendly, but they're saying you a monster, fam. Go on, come out and get in front of this. Just being honest, just being real. Drop it in the comments. Cards from the playground. Pharrell Williams caught stealing Coogee designs. Now, he is the creative director for Louis Vuitton. You would think that he was going to bring some original shit to the table, but nah. He's stealing Coogie's design for his fall winter 2025 collection. Come on, man. This is about originality. On top of that, you're telling Coogi, oh, this is an original. And no, it's not an original, bro. No, they don't own the aesthetic, but everybody expect you to get the job and do something different. Let's be honest. Let's just be for real. Pharrell Williams, dude. This shit is horrible. Horrible, bro. That's the same thing Balenciaga tried to do to Dame Dash CEO imprint. They take. Look, bro. Y'all gonna have to start putting that goddamn shit in Walmart, Ross, Marshalls, and all type of other shit and dropping the prices, cause it's not original and it hasn't been for quite some time. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Drop it in the comments. Flavor Flav has been announced as the official hype man for the U.S. Olympic bobsled team and the skeleton squad. Look, bro, he traded in his clock for a bobsledding helmet. He really on some cool running shit, like Yul Brynner. He on some Yul Brynner cool running shit right now. Shout out Flavor Flav, bro, because he made his debut at the Olympic track in Park City, Utah. They say the OG hit 66 miles per hour in his second skeleton run. This is dope, bro. It takes a lot of skill to control a bobsled. You know what I mean? This is dope, fam. He will be headed to the Winter Olympics in less than 100 days as an official sponsor and hype man. Shout out Flavor Flav. So yeah, Flavor Flav then quit them drugs allegedly, and he's been holding it down, man. He's been taking off. Yeah, sometimes you have to wait for later to become greater. I'm just being honest, just being real. Drop it in the comments. Cause from the playground. NBA young boy dreadlocks nearly caught on fire mid-performance. Yeah, bro. He was in the middle of singing Lonely Child, sparks flying everywhere. Notice his hair was smoking. You mean they trying to do this, man, like they did Michael Jackson. Look, this is, you better understand the game that you're in. You know what I mean? Luckily, he was smart enough to fan that shit out of his hair before it turned tragic. You know what I mean? He's already talking like Mike, already talking like him. They're waiting to do something else so we could really enhance their comparison. You know what I mean? That's him. That's YB right now. They almost burnt his fucking scalp out. You know what I mean? Look, bro, this game is crazy. You know, I don't mean to laugh, but I'm like the Joker. I laugh in the most awkward times. You know what I mean? I'm just being honest. I'm just being real. Drop it in the comments. Scars from the playground, fam. R. Kelly stole I'm a Flirt from Lil Bow Wow. That was supposed to be one of Bow Wow's biggest records because he did it on his own without Jermaine Dupri's production. You know what I mean? Look, bro, he sung that shit to R. Kelly, and he told the story, but he didn't just finish it. He sung that shit to R. Kelly. R. Kelly sung that shit back in 15 minutes. Like, damn, you know what I mean? JD them didn't really like it, didn't pay Kells for his work. So what did R. Kelly do, man? He made a remix, took Bow Wow off of it, put T-Pain on it, and it became his lead single. You know what I mean? Real shit. They tried to fuck the Pied Piper. Look, I don't fuck with R. Kelly by no means. He's a dirty, rotten piece of shit. If you ask me, you know, if you ask me, all the young girls on top of that, he touched his own fucking kid. You know what I mean? Bow Wow, you should have did something to him. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be real. You should have did something to him. We probably wouldn't be going through what we're going through right now with him. Drop it in the comment. Hey, trying to kill me. You know what I mean? Man, look here, R. Kelly. 2 tears in the bucket, nigga. Fuck it. Just being honest, just being real. Drop it in the comments. Scores from the playground. Master P announces his retirement from hip hop. He dropped his last CD too, The Lost Tapes, the No Limit 5K. The Lost Tapes, dropped his last album with everybody on it. He say he's done. Why? It ain't no money in the music industry. Streams ain't working. Back in the day, they could sell more tangible goods. Now, he ain't really into music. He ain't making enough. He's into making products that black people actually consume. Yeah, real shit, bro. Shout out Master P. If you ask me, they won No Limit versus Cash Money. They won. You know what I mean? No Limit won for sure. You know what I mean? Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Once Birdman took the mic, he lost it for him. You know what I mean? Master P reminded everybody why he had the juice. It wasn't about flossing with that guy. It was about bossing. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real, man. Shout out Master P, bro. Yeah. Shout out Master P. And you know, you have to deprogram your mindset and understand that there's other options. You ain't got to rap metaphors or dribble to make it out the hood in 2025. Drop it in the comments, Scars from the Playground, man. Shout out Master P. DJ Academics denies taking Ozempic. He say he can admit his clothes badly fit. Look, DDG say, do you want to go ahead and get in front of this, man? Are you on it or not? Look, bro, he say if he was, why would it be a problem? When he's fought, and getting fatter, nobody applauds him for it. Why would it be a problem if he's taking something to lose it? I want everybody to know it ain't no problem, but he's well within his right not to want to answer. You don't have to. Everybody ain't got to know your business. You know what I mean? Now, if you want to be skinny, be skinny. If you want to be big, be big. Stop worrying about what other people think about you. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. It doesn't fucking matter. You could change yourself in a million ways, and that person that you're trying to impress still may never be impressed. Drop it in the comments, man. I promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help me God. Scores on the Playground. Look, Kendrick Perkins throwing shots at Ja Morant. Look, he say he mad at him. Why? ESPN's packed up and spent millions for an all-access with him. Wanted to get Ja Morant, painted him, as flew all the way to Memphis, painted him as anointed him as the next chosen one. He said, look, all the fuck-ups didn't only make Ja look bad, but they made him look bad too. Why? He the one got them people looking at you, Ja. Yeah, he say he took you from 3 games on ESPN National Television to 52, nigga. You owe them way more than that. You know what I mean? Look, bro, I don't know what the fuck Kendrick Perkins talking about. I just know Ja Morant, love him some NBA young boy, love him. You know what I mean? Let's just be honest, let's just be real. I'm surprised we ain't seen him on the Master concert. You know what I mean? Maybe he gonna catch one before the tour ends. Yeah, he got to, bro. Yeah, the man just like this shit. I don't understand why he was getting fined for it, but can't believe he kept doing it. You know, and just being honest, just being real, fam. Drop it in the comments. Shout out Ja Morant, man. Shout out Kendrick Perkins too. But they say, bro, is that him? Is that Yeah, Perkins, Kendrick. They say they don't want you back in Houston, man. Yeah, look, he say he don't want you back in Houston, dog. I don't know if y'all resolved the situation or not, but that's on some other shit. It's just entertainment for me. I'm just being honest, just being real. Drop it in the comments. Scars from the Playground. Birdman throwing shots at Turk. And the Cash Money versus No Limit versus they gave Birdman a microphone. He took the chance to throw shots at Turk. Fuck him, fuck you. We'll fuck with him when we fuck with him. Shout out to NBA young boy. Look, bro, Turk is part of the Hot Boys. Like it or not, he's part of the gang. Without Wayne, first of all, without Turk and Lil Wayne and everything Lil Wayne brought to Cash Money ain't shit. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. It was never about Birdman. It was about Wayne. When everybody jumped ship, Wayne stayed down, nigga. If Wayne didn't stay down and keep you popping, you wouldn't be popping right now. But to make the whole generation think you're King Blood, man, you got the game fucked up. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Shout out Turk. They don't like Turk. Turk gonna tell it. Yeah, Turk gonna tell it. And he's supposed to. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Drop it in the comments, man. Scars from the Playground. I was wondering what the fuck Birdman got to do with NBA YoungBoy. Turns out he's been mentored by Birdman. Yeah, NBA YoungBoy is part of the Birdman mentorship program. Look, bro, all eyes on a $300 million deal YB is supposed to be signing. He's trying to protect the money and his asset. Look, bro, be careful who you get money with. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Everybody Birdman has ever fucked with, he fucked over. You know what I mean? It ain't until he tried to kiss YB behind the scenes and do all that other YB calling them daddy type shit that YB gonna finally realize, man, you part of a sinking ship, bro. You're independent, man. Go your own fucking way. You do not need Birdman and the Bloods to justify who you are in the game. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. It's corny. Get away from Birdman. You know, just be honest. Let's just be real, fool. Drop it in the comments.
Everything I'm not made me everything I am. Now, I'm not trying to be Kanye, man. Scars from the playground. Yeah. We got a nice rodeo plan for you today. I done came this far. What? I put work in, I grind so hard, I just bought this car. Everybody know me when they see me, they be like, he's a star. I ain't got it all, but a whole lot I ain't never had before. My daughter spoiled, so they demand from me more and more. I hold my anger in, I just let it out when I get bored. When I'm agitated, staying free from cuss feels like a job. I was rich once, we used to fist bump when we used to rob. I'm a grown man, I don't have friends, we don't hang no more. My phone rings, I don't feel like talking, I just ignore. By myself, I'm really sore. Been running all day, my Achilles sore. Need 1 plus like 7 million more. Was born rare, born right, but you see me as wrong. So please leave me alone. Sometimes when I'm riding in my whip, I like to turn the radio all the way down. Yeah, it gives me a moment of clarity. As humans, I think we need that. Complete silence. Sometimes you gotta just turn it down. I done came this far. What? Put work in, I grind so hard, I just bought this car. Everybody know me when they see me, they be like, he's a star. I ain't got it all, but a whole lot I ain't never had before. This world's spoiled, so it demands from me more and more. More than I got to give sometimes, but, you know, I'm into giving. If they throw it, I'ma catch it to play the game like Tetris. I'm one of a kind rap, people tell me I'm a clip. I've been working 24 hours, summertime to winter. I ain't really at the chill, it gotta be about business.
Shine throwing shots at Nas. Allegedly, he had a little crush when he was in the 11th grade. Holding her hand, walking her to class, carrying the books. One day, Nas pulled up, and the young chick hopped in the car with him. He was waiting outside the high school. Look, Sean let the cat out the bag. I don't even think he tried to, but Nas caught the strays. Look, Nas, inquiring minds want to know, bro, were you really on that dirty dick dealer shit in the 90s? Bro, this is looking bad. Looking bad. It was all good about a week ago. I didn't think my nigga Nas sincere could do no wrong. I think he was one of the niggas. I thought he was one of the niggas that made it to 2025 untainted. But look like he been playing with them little girls. You know, bro, I got to see it. And I like Nas. I like him. But this ain't about that, bro. This ain't about, you got to be called out on your bullshit, nigga. That's you. Yeah, that you. Yeah, you. Inquiring minds want to know, nigga, was it you? Are you infected with that R. Kelly, that jigger disease? Nigga just want to know. You know what I mean? Drop it in the comments. I'm just being honest. I'm just being real. Look, Jay-Z defends Bad Bunny amid criticism. Look, Jay know everybody highly upset that he picked Bad Bunny for the Super Bowl. They questioned him, asked him, how does he feel about this? He say, don't worry about it. They love him. Don't let him fool you. Look, football, National Football League is an American sport. You know, it's an American sport. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. At this point, I don't even know if any of Bad Bunny's songs are actually even in English. What is Jay doing? Starting the fires. Starting the fires, bro. He might come out on stage with Bad Bunny and, I got a feature. Look, bro, dude always got something up his sleeve. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Who should have been? I don't know, bro. They might should have been Taylor Swift or Adele or somebody, but come on, man. Bad Bunny. And I like him, you know what I mean? But I don't really just know him. I don't think most Americans don't, bro. He's a Spanish singer. Drop it in the comments. Jay full of shit. Charleston White throwing shots at NBA YoungBoy. Look, he started off throwing pebbles. Then he advanced to throwing rocks. Yeah, bro had a 2-hour Say Cheese interview about NBA YoungBoy, how he don't like him. And he believes the Master Tour It's demonic. Look, YB performing in caskets right now. He ain't really even about the music. He's being controlled by Birdman. He say he believes the whole YB done went crazy and had to take medicine. He could have been a Birdman plot just to get him in his pockets. You know what I mean? Look, man, YB wasn't trying to fuck with Birdman like that at first. Wasn't trying to fuck with nobody. Now he's with the King Blood. You know what I mean? Look, Birdman full of shit. Give him a little time, he'd be kissing YB in the mouth and calling him daddy. He's gonna piss him off. Give him 2-3 years. You know, it ain't gonna take that long. Give him 2-3 months. He's gonna piss YB off and you'll see YB dragging him. You know, just be honest, let's just be real. Drop it in the comments, man. Shout out Charleston White. Like him, love him. He gonna tell it. You know what I mean? That's why niggas respect him. Let's just be honest, let's just be real. Drop it in the comments, man. Scars from the playground. Adrian Peterson was arrested in Sugar Land, Texas, driving drunk. This is his second DUI this year, fam. This year. The man couldn't even make it home. Fell asleep at the gas station. You know what I mean? I think of Texaco or something like that. Fell asleep at the gas station with the truck still running, sleep, gripping his phone. The cops got him. Got him for the DUI and the unlawful, carrying an unlawful firearm. Look, bro. More money, more problems. I'm gonna tell you like that, man. More money and more problems. Not to mention everybody got a vice. You could think you're way up here, you know what I mean? But something as simple as liquor, it gonna drag you back down. Look, shout out Adrian Peterson. Yeah, shout out Adrian Peterson. But look here, bro, you got to get your shit together, fam. Pull yourself together and clean it up, bro. You got a name, you know what I mean? You got a name, bro. What are you showing people? Not to mention, driving drunk is very fucking dangerous. You could kill somebody. And I don't see why people don't understand why you get arrested for it. Drop it in the comments. Scars from the playground. Camron filed a lawsuit against J. Cole. This is for their 2024 collaboration, Ready 24. Look, he say J. Cole promised him either a feature or that he was gonna come and sit down for an interview on that It Is What It Is podcast with Mace. He say after a year, he ain't seen no traction. Yeah, no traction. He say, bro, he filed the lawsuit because he has yet to receive any compensation for his contributions to that mixtape record, Ready 24. Look, this is how your idols fuck up the mystique. You know what I mean? Look, J. Cole grew up loving him. You know what I mean? Loving him. Nah, this don't do nothing but make you look bad. You getting money, nigga. What is you really tripping over? Oh, it's about principle. It's about principle. How many people have you fucked over, Camron? Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Jim Jones, for one. You know what I mean? And Joel Santana. Because when they were under you, they didn't do quite what they were supposed to do. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. It's always like that. You know, that's why you never sign to another artist. Drop it in the comments, man. Scars from the playground. Tyler Perry bought a $100,000 Louis Vuitton trench coat with over 200,000 pearls embroidered on the trench coat. Look, and this is despite them trying to take everything he got. Look, bro, his sexual harassment lawsuit is only expanding. It's more men, fam. It's more men. Allegedly, he's been packet checking for a minute. Yeah, man. He been cock grabbing for a minute, fam. And if you don't adhere to his sexual advances, he's gonna kill your character off. Look, this story ain't going nowhere. The story ain't going nowhere. Allegedly, he bought bottles for Gene Deal back in the day. Gene Deal say he turned them down, but he say his man took them bottles. I don't know if Tyler Perry took his man home back in the day. I don't know, bro. I don't know. But Tyler has been on the loose for quite some time, way before he was even a deal. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Drop it in the comments, man. Scars from the playground. Lil Durk is accused of not just one murder for hire. They got an informant that say he actually did like more than 6. He had more than 6 murder for hires. Look, despite what this nigga saying, they ain't got no evidence on Lil Durk. You know what I mean? None. You know what I mean? Hard drives, iCloud, socials. They have no concrete evidence that links him to anything. Free Durk, man. Durk is coming home. This ain't about picking NBA YoungBoy over Durk or Durk over NBA YoungBoy. Man, this is about what's right, bro. This is Smirkio. I don't know what they had going on, but they all involved in street shit. You know what I mean? They all involved in street shit. So you could say, oh no, he deserves life. But the nigga that you're listening to, your favorite rapper, might deserve it too. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real, man. Free Durk, drop it in the comments. No evidence. Kodak Black driver accidentally drove into a ditch. Look, I say accident because Kodak Black didn't get on his ass. And man, the dude might have got a contact high. For all we know, let's just be honest. Let's just be real. He looked like he was driving straight, and suddenly he just veered off the road. Hand might have slipped. Who knows, bro? They saying Kodak Black needs a new driver. Look, bro, Kodak Black needs a whole new team. Yeah, let's just be honest. Let's just be real, fool. And you got too much money to be making so many mistakes, bro. Let's just be honest, bro. You got way too much money on to be making these dumb ass, stupid fucking mistakes, Kodak Black. In it, bro, you gonna get somebody hurt or you're gonna hurt yourself, fam. Get you some help, fam. Yeah, get you some help. I know it ain't about the drugs. It's just about the responsibility levels, fam. Yeah, real shit. You gotta be more responsible now. You're older, fam. You're a grown man now. I'm just being honest, just being real. Drop it in the comments, man. Scars from the playground. LeBron James unfollowed Bronny James. Could have been only for the night, you know what I mean? But look, this is after the Lakers lost to the Blazers. Look, the man, 0 points, 1 steal, 1 block, despite playing 20 minutes in the game. Didn't do shit. Didn't do shit. Bro, what did y'all expect? Did y'all expect, bro, he hang around a little longer, he's gonna just snap on? It's not like that, bro. Either you got it or you don't. Either you could hoop with the big boys or you deserve to be in a D League or something somewhere. Should have just maybe even overseas. You're supposed to be playing for China or something. Maybe you'll be shining. Right now, bro, it ain't looking good for Bronny. They say if, in fact, LeBron retires, that will be the same day you will hear Bron is leaving the Lakers. Look, shout out Bronny James. I like him. I like him. Yeah, despite the nepotism, has nothing to do with me. I like him. Shout out LeBron James, man. That nigga's a goat, for sure. Drop it in the comments, man. Scars from the playground. Paul Pierce has been charged with a DUI in Los Angeles, California, fam. He's officially been charged. Now, he was arrested for this a couple weeks ago, but he tried to contest it. Man, the man fell asleep in traffic, in LA traffic, drunk as a skunk. You know what I mean? Now, I would have believed him that he was just old and tired. But look here, bro. You took a blood test. They already ran it, man. They gave you 2 charges because you was 0.8 over the legal limit. Look, dude, you can hurt somebody. I mean, you're too old to be making these fucking choices. To be drinking and driving is too much, fam. Maybe you think you can handle it. But with you falling asleep off the road, all you got to do is run into a mother with a kid in the back seat, fam, and you're gonna hurt somebody. Look, man, pull yourself together, nigga. Pull your fucking self together. Just because you think you got it, don't mean you could put everybody else's life in jeopardy, fam. I'm just being honest. I'm just being real, bro. It comes to a level, a time in your life that you realize, man, you got to be on some grown shit. You got to be on some grown shit because life is really happening around you, fam. Drop it in the comments, man. Scars from the playground. Drake facing a class action lawsuit for illegal gambling. Look, fam, he misled fans by acting like he was betting on a state platform, but they was using house money. Yeah, they were using house money. It was never his money. Look, him, Aiden Ross, and State are part of this class action lawsuit. Because look here, bro, You're making people think they should follow you and follow your motherfucking bets when in all reality, you're losing. You're losing, bro. Every time you see them show their little ticket when they win, they didn't bet 700 and won 8. Look, bro, it's them big bets that y'all and people betting a house and a home on y'all. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real, bro. Drop it in the comments, Drake. You're totally fucking wrong for this. You totally if there's any truth to this, that you wasn't playing your own money, it changes things, fam. Just being honest, just being real. And I like Drake. I like him. But right is right. Drop it in the comments, man. Scores from the playground. Megan Thee Stallion throwing shots at DJ Academics. Yeah, paid bots. She's accusing him of being paid to drag her and promote the Free Tory Lanez campaign. DJ Academics is denying it. He's laughing out loud about it. But look, bro, come on, man. Come on. You know what I mean? Ever since the grooming scandal, where you were talking to that little white boy, PlaqueBoyMax, PlaqueBoyMax, dude, he got over there, little boy. You've been backtracking everything. You've been trying to stay on the right side of things, apologizing to the powers that be. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Now, did you accept a form of money? Yeah, I think y'all all do. That's why you never get a real opinion about nothing that matters. It's just, yeah, she has a point. Shout out Meg Thee Stallion. Keep going at him. You know what I mean? Keep going at him. He's pressure bust pipes. That's all I say. Drop it in the comments. Shout out DJ Academics because I like him. Not really. You know what I mean? Not really. I can't say I like him. Yeah, I really don't like many men. Yeah, many men wish death upon me. Why? Because I keep it real. You know what I mean? I promise to tell the truth, the whole truth. So help me God. Drop it in the comments, man. Scars from the playground. Judge Joe Brown throwing shots at Judge Mathis. He say, look, he don't know if Judge Mathis' wife is a hoe or not. But if she takes money, and she might be. Look, Judge Mathis say, bro, he apologizes for whatever he did to the old Judge Joe Brown. But to him talking like that about his wife shows him that man needs psychological help. Yeah, he say he don't want no smoke. Why? Because lions don't fight monkeys. G's don't fight lambs. And in his case, OGs don't fight lames. You know what I mean? Look, bro, shout out Judge Mathis. Yeah, Judge Mathis has always been one of the realest. Judge Joe Brown has always been like one of the most stiff niggas, Clint Eastwood type of niggas that you always like, you know what? That nigga needs his ass whooped because he gonna say what the fuck he wanna say, so you gotta respect him. Look, to see the both of the TV judges going at it is crazy. 2025 ain't shit. Drop it in the comments, man. Just being honest, just being real. Silk the Shocker announces a collab album with Juvenile. Yeah, he say him and Juve dropping something, baby. You know what I mean? Look, bro, he's been semi-retired since the 90s. Since the fucking 90s. But when you listen to that Silk shit in 2025, you'll realize, man, Silk was down there wrecking that hole. Let's just be honest, let's just be real. I like to say Silk shit might be lackluster, but I'm thinking, man, it might be what 2025 needs. Let's just be honest, let's just be real, bro. Shout out Silk the Shocker. He say the verses, first Cash Money verses the No Limit was just the beginning. He's back. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's back. He ain't had nothing to rap for a minute, but he ain't never gave it up. Yeah, shout out Silk the Shocker. Like I said, when you realize that, boy, the man was an incredible actor too. Man, sound like he just reading a little bit, but you know what? He did a hell of a good job. Just being honest, just being real. Shout out Silk the Shocker, man. I'm looking forward to the album. Just being real, bro. I promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help me God. Drop it in the comments, man. Scars from the playground. The baby lost $30 million for disrespecting the LGBT community. This for all them homophobic remarks at the 2021 Rolling Loud. Look, he say, if you didn't show up on any over here with HIV or any of them other diseases that in 2 to 3 weeks, put your phone up, put your lighters up on your phone. Oh, you know what, fellas, if you're not giving blowjobs in the parking lot. Put your lighters up on your phone. Look, bro, this shit cost him $30 million worth of shows that he had booked up until the ball dropped at the end of 2021. He said he even had a private jet picked out with his name on it. He said he learned his lesson. Look, they counseled him. Still to this day, people still ain't fucking with the baby like they once was. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. That's what people fail to realize. You could think most of your fans are the women, but nah, man, the LGBT, they're jamming your shit and they listen to your shit and they're thinking you accept them for what they are until you start talking that bullshit. Then you see how fast that money go. Drop it in the comments, man. Shout out to baby. Pino Vasquez throwing shots at Freeway for leaving the rap game to become an honorary sheriff. Look, bro, he say the man went from, oh, the cops' whole purpose is to lock us up and throw away the key, to becoming an honorary cop. He say the man can't even run down the block. Freeway can't save Freeway, but he chooses to sign up for the police department. Look, if the man won't be a cop, he won't be a cop. You know what I mean? Look, Oskino Vasquez is mad because allegedly he caught Freeway taking food out his motherfucking mouth after he tried to put the man on. You know what I mean? Look, yeah, this would piss a nigga off. You know, I don't think all the cop shit piss him off. You do what you do, but he's just honorary. I don't even know what they mean. They giving out honorary degrees. Drop it in the comments. I think it means nothing. Cam Newton got into an altercation with the Alabama A&M mascot in Birmingham, Alabama. Look, he attempted to knock off his fedora. You know what I mean? I don't even know what was going on, bro. But there was a bit of a scuffle, a bit of a struggle. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. It took for Cam Newton to really threaten to beat the shit out of him for him to stop. Man, watch out. Watch out. Look, the footage is hilarious, dog. You know what I mean? Shout out Cam Newton. I guess the man just wanted to make sure that bitch wasn't glued to his head. Every time you see him, he got some type of fedora on. And I can't say they're weird, because they're fly, but it's always one on there. I mean, maybe the man just wanted to see if it would come off, if he swung at it. Drop it in the comments, man. Shout out Cam Newton. He wasn't going for it. Sammy denies the child cruelty allegations. He say they are lies designed to drag him and take him down. The truth will prevail. Look, bro, I think it's, if you did something, now is the time to just come out and just, like, this ain't all that old Hollywood ass shit and the truth will come out later in the rents. Man, we trying to, inquiring minds want to know what happened to them children, bro. Like, were you in there beating the hell out them kids? That's the only thing that matters right now. All that old, I'ma like leave clues and all that, man, come on, man. That's what got you in the world of trouble right now. You're looking like a fucking fugitive. I'ma just be honest with you, fam. And I grew up liking Sammy. I like the way you look at me. That was my shit, you know what I mean? Let's just be honest, let's just be real. I thought you was friendly. I was under the assumption that you were friendly, but they're saying you a monster, fam. Go on, come out and get in front of this. Just being honest, just being real. Drop it in the comments. Cards from the playground. Pharrell Williams caught stealing Coogee designs. Now, he is the creative director for Louis Vuitton. You would think that he was going to bring some original shit to the table, but nah. He's stealing Coogie's design for his fall/winter 2025 collection. Come on, man. This is about originality. On top of that, you're telling Coogi, oh, this is an original. And no, it's not an original, bro. No, they don't own the aesthetic, but everybody expect you to get the job and do something different. Let's be honest. Let's just be for real. Pharrell Williams, dude. This shit is horrible. Horrible, bro. That's the same thing Balenciaga tried to do to Dame Dad's CEO imprint. They take. Look, bro. Y'all gonna have to start putting that goddamn shit in Walmart, Ross, Marshalls, and all type of other shit and dropping the prices, cause it's not original and it hasn't been for quite some time. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Drop it in the comments. Flavor Flav has been announced as the official hype man for the U.S. Olympic bobsled team and the skeleton squad. Look, bro, he traded in his clock for a bobsledding helmet. He really on some cool running shit, like Yul Brynner. He on some Yul Brynner cool running shit right now. Shout out Flavor Flav, bro, because he made his debut at the Olympic track in Park City, Utah. They say the OG hit 66 miles per hour in his second skeleton run. This is dope, bro. It takes a lot of skill to control a bobsled. You know what I mean? This is dope, fam. He will be headed to the Winter Olympics in less than 100 days as an official sponsor and hype man. Shout out Flavor Flav. So yeah, Flavor Flav then quit them drugs allegedly, and he's been holding it down, man. He's been taking off. Yeah, sometimes you have to wait for later to become greater. I'm just being honest, just being real. Drop it in the comments. Cause from the playground. NBA young boy dreadlocks nearly caught on fire mid-performance. Yeah, bro. He was in the middle of singing Lonely Child. Sparks flying everywhere. Notice his hair was smoking. You mean they trying to do this, man, like they did Michael Jackson. Look, this is you better understand the game that you're in. You know what I mean? Luckily, he was smart enough to fan that shit out of his hair before it turned tragic. You know what I mean? He's already talking like Mike, already talking like him. They're waiting to do something else so we could really enhance their comparison. You know what I mean? That's him. That's YB right now. They almost burnt his fucking scalp out. You know what I mean? Look, bro, this game is crazy. You know, I don't mean to laugh, but I'm like the Joker. I laugh in the most awkward times. You know what I mean? I'm just being honest. I'm just being real. Drop it in the comments. Scars from the playground, fam. R. Kelly stole I'm a Flirt from Lil Bow Wow. That was supposed to be one of Bow Wow's biggest records because he did it on his own without Jermaine Dupri's production. You know what I mean? Look, bro, he sung that shit to R. Kelly, and he told the story, but he didn't just finish it. He sung that shit to R. Kelly. R. Kelly sung that shit back in 15 minutes. Like, damn, you know what I mean? JD them didn't really like it, didn't pay Kells for his work. So what did R. Kelly do, man? He made a remix, took Bow Wow off of it, put T-Pain on it, and it became his lead single. You know what I mean? Real shit. They tried to fuck the Pied Piper. Look, I don't fuck with R. Kelly by no means. He's a dirty, rotten piece of shit. If you ask me, you know, if you ask me, all the young girls on top of that, he touched his own fucking kid. You know what I mean? Bow Wow, you should have did something to him. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be real. You should have did something to him. We probably wouldn't be going through what we're going through right now with him. Drop it in the comments. Hey, trying to kill me! You know what I mean? Man, look here, R. Kelly. 2 tears in the bucket, nigga. Fuck it. Just being honest, just being real. Drop it in the comments. Scores from the playground. Master P announces his retirement from hip hop. He dropped his last CD too, The Lost Tapes, the No Limit 5K. The Lost Tapes dropped his last album with everybody on it. He say he's done. Why? It ain't no money in the music industry. Streams ain't working. Back in the day, they could sell more tangible goods. Now, he ain't really into music. He ain't making enough. He's into making products that black people actually consume. Yeah, real shit, bro. Shout out Master P. If you ask me, they won No Limit versus Cash Money. They won. You know what I mean? No Limit won for sure. You know what I mean? Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Once Birdman took the mic, he lost it for him. You know what I mean? Master P reminded everybody why he had the juice. It wasn't about flossing with that guy. It was about bossing. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real, man. Shout out Master P, bro. Yeah. Shout out Master P. And you know, you have to deprogram your mindset and understand that there's other options. You ain't got to rap metaphors or dribble to make it out the hood in 2025. Drop it in the comments, Scars from the Playground, man. Shout out Master P. DJ Academics denies taking Ozempic. He say he can admit his clothes barely fit. Look, DDG say, do you want to go ahead and get in front of this, man? Are you on it or not? Look, bro, he say if he was, why would it be a problem? When he's fought, and getting fatter, nobody applauds him for it. Why would it be a problem if he's taking something to lose it? I want everybody to know it ain't no problem, but he's well within his right not to want to answer. You don't have to. Everybody ain't got to know your business. You know what I mean? Now, if you want to be skinny, be skinny. If you want to be big, be big. Stop worrying about what other people think about you. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. It doesn't fucking matter. You could change yourself in a million ways, and that person that you're trying to impress still may never be impressed. Drop it in the comments, man. I promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help me God. Scores on the Playground. Look, Kendrick Perkins throwing shots at Ja Morant. Look, he say he mad at him. Why? ESPN's packed up and spent millions for an all-access with him. Wanted to get Ja Morant, painted him, as flew all the way to Memphis, painted him as anointed him as the next chosen one. He said, look, all the fuck-ups didn't only make Ja look bad, but they made him look bad too. Why? He the one got them people looking at you, Ja. Yeah, he say he took you from 3 games on ESPN National Television to 52, nigga. You owe them way more than that. You know what I mean? Look, bro, I don't know what the fuck Kendrick Perkins talking about. I just know Ja Morant, love him some NBA young boy. Love him. You know what I mean? Let's just be honest, let's just be real. I'm surprised we ain't seen him on the Master concert. You know what I mean? Maybe he gonna catch one before the tour ends. Yeah, he got to, bro. Yeah, the man just like this shit. I don't understand why he was getting fined for it, but can't believe he kept doing it. You know, and just being honest, just being real, fam. Drop it in the comments. Shout out Ja Morant, man. Shout out Kendrick Perkins too. But they say, bro, is that him? Is that Yeah, Perkins, Kendrick. They say they don't want you back in Houston, man. Yeah, look, he say he don't want you back in Houston, dog. I don't know if y'all resolved the situation or not, but that's on some other shit. It's just entertainment for me. I'm just being honest, just being real. Drop it in the comments. Scars from the Playground. Birdman throwing shots at Turk. And the Cash Money versus No Limit versus they gave Birdman a microphone. He took the chance to throw shots at Turk. Fuck him, fuck you. We'll fuck with him when we fuck with him. Shout out to NBA young boy. Look, bro, Turk is part of the Hot Boys. Like it or not, he's part of the gang. Without Wayne, first of all, without Turk and Lil Wayne and everything Lil Wayne brought to Cash Money ain't shit. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. It was never about Birdman. It was about Wayne. When everybody jumped ship, Wayne stayed down, nigga. If Wayne didn't stay down and keep you popping, you wouldn't be popping right now. But to make the whole generation think you're King Blood, man, you got the game fucked up. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Shout out Turk. They don't like Turk. Turk gonna tell it. Yeah, Turk gonna tell it. And he's supposed to. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Drop it in the comments, man. Scars from the Playground. I was wondering what the fuck Birdman got to do with NBA YoungBoy. Turns out he's been mentored by Birdman. Yeah, NBA YoungBoy is part of the Birdman mentorship program. Look, bro, all eyes on a $300 million deal YB is supposed to be signing. He's trying to protect the money and his asset. Look, bro, be careful who you get money with. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Everybody Birdman has ever fucked with, he fucked over. You know what I mean? It ain't until he tried to kiss YB behind the scenes and do all that other YB calling them daddy type shit that YB gonna finally realize, man, you're part of a sinking ship, bro. You're independent, man. Go your own fucking way. You do not need Birdman and the Bloods to justify who you are in the game. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. It's corny. Get away from Birdman. You know, just be honest. Let's just be real, fool. Drop it in the comments.
Everything I'm not made me everything I am. No, I'm not trying to be Kanye, man. Scars from the playground. Yeah, yeah. We got a nice rodeo plan for you today. I done came this far. What? I put work in, I grind so hard, I just bought this car. Everybody know me when they see me, they be like, he's a star. I ain't got it all, but a whole lot I ain't never had before. My daughter's spoiled, so they demand from me more and more. I hold my anger in, I just let it out when I get bored. When I'm agitated, staying free from cups feels like a job. I was rich once, we used to fist bump when we used to rob. I'm a grown man, I don't have friends, we don't hang no more. My phone rings, I don't feel like talking, I just ignore. By myself, I'm really sore. Been running all day, my Achilles sore. Need 1 plus like 7 million more. I was born rare, born right, but you see me as wrong. So please leave me alone. Sometimes when I'm riding in my whip, I like to turn the radio all the way down. Yeah, it gives me a moment of clarity. As humans, I think we need that. Complete silence. Sometimes you gotta just turn it down. I done came this far. What? Put work in, I grind so hard, I just bought this car. Everybody know me when they see me, they be like, he's a star. I ain't got it all, but a whole lot I ain't never had before. This world's spoiled, so it demands from me more and more. More than I got to give sometimes, but, you know, I'm into giving, you dig? If they throw it, I'ma catch it to play the game like Tetris. I'm one of a kind rap, people tell me I'm a clip. I've been working 24 hours, summertime to winter. I ain't really at the chill, it gotta be about business.
Charleston White was kicked out of NBA YoungBoy Make America Slime Again concert. Massa! They kicked him out. Then, and despite him actually being invited to the event. Look, he say the man did the Say Cheese TV interview, knowing he was going backstage with them guys later on that day. Look, this is tough. I'm gonna just be honest with you. I'm gonna just be real. This is tough. Cause he's not throwing a rock and hiding behind a brick wall, man. He showed up with no security, bro. You gotta salute that. You gotta salute that. Why? He's fighting for freedom of speech. The man could say what the fuck he want to say. He wasn't talking about YB. Nobody's ever talking about YB, fam. We're talking about the company he keep and them dumbass fans. You know what I mean? Let's just be honest. Let's just be real, man. Shout out Charleston White. Now he's waging war against NBA YoungBoy and the whole camp. It's gonna get ugly. Trust me. Drop it in the comments, man. Scores from the playground. Camron demands $500,000 from J. Cole. Yeah, he wants $500K for that Reddit 24 track on that Might Delete Later mixtape. Look, bro, the man said Cole promised him either a feature on one of his future endeavors, or he will come to It Is What It Is podcast and sit down with him and Mace. Look, he say after a year, ain't nothing happened. He's tired of fucking waiting. He wants $500,000 for his contributions to that record. Look, drop it in the comments. It's corny. Yeah. It is fucking corny. Jermaine Cole, J. Cole, ain't hurting nobody. You know what I mean? It's corny, but gotta admit, fam, it's just business. Niggas are starting to realize, like, yeah, you fucked me over in any kind of way, I'm taking you to court. Is Drake really wrong? Yeah, is Drake wrong when everybody's suing? Drop it in the comments, man. Shout out J. Cole. Soulja Boy apologized to Candy Barrett. Now, it's always a nice day, always a good day when you can see Soulja Boy actually having that out-of-body experience and saying, you know what? I was wrong. You know what I mean? Candy Barrett didn't do nothing to him. You know, all she did was interview the cameraman. She didn't know what was going to come out. The cameraman say Soulja Boy spitting $875 worth of room service. Actually ordered 1,000, but he sat there and gorged for about an hour, forcing the cameraman to watch him. Once the cameraman asked him for them chicken tenders, when he thought, you know what, Soulja Boy wasn't gonna touch him. He ain't eating 4 days. Asked him for the chicken tenders. Soulja Boy said, yeah, you can have them. You know what I mean? Real shit. Soulja Boy has since denied it. But I'm thinking Soulja Boy was just high. After seeing him beat the shit out of Neil Riley so much, even in his sleep, I'm thinking he'll do anything. Just being honest, just being real. Drop it in the comments. Scores from the playground. Drake Take Care album is top 20 on the Billboard 200. This is the highest placement in over 13 years, fam. Over 13 years. And he recently fell off the Billboard 100 for the first time since February. Look, this is crazy, you know what I mean? Over 13 years. This is the highest placement, bro. They're calling this one of Drake's best albums ever. This just goes to show you, bro, it's about longevity. You know what I mean? It's about longevity. It's about making quality music over quantity. Now, you could put out 1,000,000 bullshit tracks. If they don't stand the test of time, you got to ask yourself, was it really worth it? You can't be out there just making no fly-by-night ass records. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. This is tough considering Iceman ain't even dropped. I'm thinking it's going to be next year, but they say he's trying to push it out by the end of the year, so we'll see. Shout out Drizzy, man. Scores from the playground. Kanye West's Graduation album earned 4.4 million streams on Spotify in one single day. And we're not talking about last year or the year before that. We talking about Monday, nigga. Yeah, Monday, Kanye West was one of the most streamed rappers on Spotify's platform, garnering over 22.7 million streams, bro. Timeless music, graduation, college dropout, nigga, we are still jamming it. Why? Because everything I'm not made me everything I am. You know, let's just be honest, let's just be real. On this new Kanye, I don't agree with him. You know, for what he did to Lil Stevie, I too had to step back from him. You know what I mean? But you got to separate the main from the music. I'm gonna say it again. You got to learn to separate the main from the music to really have that experience. You know what I mean? Just be honest, let's just be real. I ain't learned to do it with R. Kelly, but definitely learned to do it with Jay-Z and Kanye West. Those are two of my goats. You know what I mean? Those are two of my, musically, lyrically, hip-hop wise, those are two of my goals. You add them and you add Wayne, now you're talking. Nigga, and DMX, that's four. You know what I mean? I give you that fifth one, but you're gonna have to wait on it. Just being honest, just being real. Drop it in the comments, man. Scores from the playground. 6ix9ine facing 5 years in federal prison. Why tell the truth when a lie sounds better? You know what I mean? Be honest with you, man. The man facing 3 to 5 months. 3 to 5 months. The judge can sentence him to 5 years in prison, but come on. This is Daniel fucking Hernandez. Old wig wearing Daniel. You know what I mean? Wig wearing Daniel ain't getting no 5 years. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. You snitch once, you'll snitch again. If he had to throw everybody under the bus to get out of them 3 months, he gonna do it. So you really think Daniel Hernandez is gonna do 5 years in prison? Slap yourself and pull yourself together, nigga. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Shout out 6ix9ine, because his comeback has to be studied, man. He's right back to what he was, bro, before the snitching. I gotta salute that. I like him. Just being honest, just being real. I like him. It's something about the guy. It's entertaining, you know what I mean? Provocative. It keeps the people going. Only thing that matters, bro. Just being honest, just being real. Promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, so help me God. Drop it in the comments. Hype my shit up. This ain't throwing shots at Lil Meech. BMF has officially been canceled. You heard me right. After season 4, BMF is no more. 50 Cent posted a photo of Lil Meech holding an out of work sign, and he captioned, "What next season? Lil nigga." You know what I mean? Look, bro, if you don't know what he's referring to, word on the block is Lil Meech spent all this money on Zaza and cohorts, Chrome Horse. Look, bro, I do think Lil Meech will have a future after this. 50 didn't put him through acting school, man. He's already acquired an on-air personality. That means he's already a character. You know what I mean? Real shit. All he got to do is play his fucking cards right. 50 Cent treated him better than his own son, Marquise. Only to find out when that boy daddy got out of jail, he was loyal to his pops, as he should been. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Drop it in the comments. Scars from the playground. Lil Boosie's house was burglarized in Atlanta while he was out of town performing. He got the word that somebody tried to break in. If it wasn't for them damn cane Corsos, same dogs that Tyrese is in trouble for. I'm not a dog person, but I'm gonna stay away from the cane Corsos at this point, you know what I mean? Because I'm hearing too many fucking stories. Look, the dude got bit up, left blood all on the gate. Boosie say had he been there, he would have live streamed him putting a blicky to his head and asking him, who sent you? Why are you here? You know what I mean? Look, bro. And I don't think he capping. Yeah, I don't think he capping because somebody breaking your shit like that, your family home, when they know you out of town, it sounds like it's an inside job. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Shout out Lil Boosie. Yeah, shout out Lil Boosie. It's getting hot out in Atlanta for him. I see. Drop it in the comments. Finn Lucci says Fannie Wallace pressured him to snitch on Young Thug. That's the Fulton County DA. He says she tried to convince him that if he gave just a little information to help get Thugger convicted, that they cut him loose. Yeah, cut him, take the handcuffs off him, and let him walk right out the front door. You know what I mean? They just wanted nails for that coffin. Look, bro, he said he didn't believe it. Didn't believe it, and was convinced that he was coming home anyway. So, you know what? Kept his mouth closed, and it worked out for the best for him. The streets think he, I really can't say none of the drug lords. I can't, because they all snitch. You know, let's just be honest. Let's just be real. You know what I mean? The streets are a myth. Why Finn Lucia? I don't know what he did doing what he didn't. Ain't my business. You know what I mean? I'm just being honest, just being real. Drop it in the comments. I'm allowed to return to the United States. A judge has approved a change of terms to his bail agreement that will allow him to return home, but with strict conditions. Look, he's finally able to leave the UK as he awaits trial. This is after he allegedly knocked the music producer over the head with a Don Julio bottle. You know what I mean? Look, bro, I don't know if Breezy did that shit, but niggas know he be wigging eyed. What he did to Rihanna, threw a brick in the back of his mama car. You know what I mean? The man got an attitude problem. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. But let's not forget he's a black belt. He wouldn't even have to pick up no bottle on an average music producer, fam. So Chris Brown is innocent. Let that man come home because he will be vindicated very soon. I'm willing to bet, bro. Drop it in the comments. Scars from the playground. Mac Miller is featured on Big L, Harlem's Finest, Return of the King album. And this is the crazy matchup now. This is crazy. He's on the track title Forever. Nobody really seen this coming. I'll just say it's gonna be interesting. You know what I mean? Real shit. The album also has features from Jay-Z, Joe Budden, Method Man, Joey Badass, and Nas. You know, I'm gonna call him Nas right now until he answers the question. Were you picking up high school girls when you was 23 years old? You know what the world want to know, man. I'm gonna just be honest with you. Shout out Big L. Big L is gone now. He's one of my favorite rappers, Jay-Z, and that Big L 7-minute freestyle is gonna be featured on the album. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't know that, but they will soon. You know what I mean? I believe this 2025 mix-up of the 7-minute freestyle is gonna be legendary. I'm just being honest. I'm just being real. Drop it in the comments. Scars from the playground. Ross denies promoting illegal gambling with Drake. They're facing a class action lawsuit for promoting illegal and predatory gambling. It was filed in a federal court in Missouri. Look, they say they glamorized the platform to millions of fans, only to find out that they was only betting the house money. Yeah, look, bro, once you start suing motherfuckers, you gotta understand people are gonna start suing you. You know what I mean? Look, State gave Drake $1 million for his birthday in his account, betting power. You know what I mean? It wasn't liquid. It was betting power. The man can't withdraw that million if he wanted to. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Now, I'm not saying there's no truth to these allegations. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that it's worth some looking into. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Because everybody going to State, but it's some money to be made on prize picks. You know what I mean? Why ain't you telling them to run the prize picks, bro? People are losing everything they got on stake, thinking it's a sure shot. It ain't. You gotta understand, nigga, that's betting. You know what I mean? It's win or lose 50%. You got a 50% win, you might have a 20% chance of winning. But when you win, it feels good. When you lose, and now you wanna sue. Drop it in the comments, man. It's Scars from the Playground. Designer new music compared to Conway the Machine. Yeah, look, he dropped a new album, M.A.A.D, a couple months ago. It's having a good reaction for the fans. The fans are loving it. The way he's spitting is nothing like that Panda shit. Timmy Turner kind of hurt his career. That and getting caught jerking off on an airplane really hurt him. You know what I mean? Don't know if he'll ever reach them heights again, but this music sounding good, man. I got to admit it. It's sounding good. Now, is it on my playlist? No, unfortunately, it is not. You know what I mean? It is not. But it's dope. When you listen to it, it's hard to say it's bad. It ain't bad. He's rapping to old school boom baps. You know what I mean? That's the original art form. When you give back to the arts, respect come with that. Yeah, respect go a long way with that. Drop it in the comments, man. Scars from the Playground. Shout out Designer, old jerk or airplane jerking off ass. You know, just being honest, just being real, fan. He's still cool. Drake filed an appeal against Universal Music Group, UMG. This is for Not Like Us. Look, the judge tossed it out. Yeah, the judge tossed it out. She say it was all complications from a rap battle. You know what I mean? A war. It was war. Things happen in war, but if you go to war, you should expect it. Look, uphill. Here, Drake, he ain't taking a loss. He's gonna use this to teach a lesson. You know what I mean? Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. I think Drake is gonna, what's winning? You know what I mean? Somebody say, well, will he win? What's winning? All he need to do is go long enough that UMG feel like they cornered in and they got to settle. You know what I mean? It's just, this thing is never gonna go to trial. You know what I mean? Somebody is gonna settle, maybe both. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. But yeah, but wrong.
If they throw it, I'ma catch it to play the game like Tetris. I'm one of a kind rap, people tell me I'm a clip. I've been working 24 hours, summertime to winter. I ain't really at the chill, it gotta be about business.